and nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Oh, yeah. It is Friday night. I am so glad to be here. Let me turn this mic down a little bit and make sure that everything is clear and is just right. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, we good. We are good. Get some glasses on so I can see everybody. As if I could see everybody. Shout out to you guys being here this evening. It's Friday night. We got a great topic this evening. In the Super Bowl, it was expected for this is the Super Bowl back in the day. It was expected for the Giants to lose to New England. It was expected. And then you had the touchdown by wide receiver Plexico Burress of the New York Giants. And he caught that catch from Eli Manning, right? We all remember it, right? That was right after the helmet catch. Plexico went off into history of the Super Bowl as a Super Bowl hero. And not even a few days later, Plexico was in a bar. And he was strapped. And he shot himself in the leg. And he went to jail for a self-inflicted wound. And a lot of us are like that. We do self-inflictions on ourselves. We inflict ourselves with wounds, especially some guys that are passport bros, and that's why they end up as passport pookies. And I figured if you can inflict failure, or we can inflict failure on our lives when it comes to traveling, when it comes to relocating, and even when it comes to vacationing, why can't we inflict success on our lives? So tonight's topic is self-inflicted success. We're going to be hearing from Angry Man as well as El Guapo, Beautiful Lies. And they're going to give us some information. We're going to take some notes tonight, fellas. This is not going to be a long live stream. I promise you that. Tonight's won't be a long one because tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, we've got an interview live stream with Anton Daniel. So I hope you guys can join me there. But before we get started, you know how I do. It's Friday night, drink in hand. I'm doing coffee tonight, guys. I'm doing coffee tonight. It's been a long day for your boy. So let's get some music going. We're going to have a good time. There we go. Oh, yeah. Let's get ready to get some shout outs in. We got 30 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too, because
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
Oprah's coming next once we establish this as a place of truth. So click that like button because Oprah is coming next. And you already know.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Hey, y'all already know I'm one of the Detroit boys. So let's get them likes up. Y'all already know how we act. We ain't got no sense at all. All right. Shout out to my man with the $10 super chat. My man Southern Vegan, my man LJ, that is. He says, salute, Andre. Salute to you, brother, as well. He said, what's good, coach? Great topic. Oh, I'm telling you guys, we're going to do the opposite of what Plexico Burris did to himself when he was in that bar and he had that weapon and he shot himself. He inflicted himself. Instead of inflicting failure on our lives, especially when it comes to travel, we can inflict success. In other words, if you do it on purpose, I'm going to say this again. If you do it on purpose, you will succeed in your journeys of vacation, of becoming an expat, a blue book gentleman, a passport bro. You can do this successfully, guys. I sat back and I was on a panel the other day with my man Aaron, Black Men's Travel. Shout out to him. One of the founders of the Passport Bro movement. And on the panel, a guy told his story of how he successfully went to Medellin, maneuvered during the Christmas season, had a great time, went there to make business connections. That was his goal. Met a few people and actually got the chance to spend Christmas with one of the families there in Medellin. Do you know the guys in the comment section tried to crucify this dude? They tried to crucify this dude because he went to Medellin and did it the right way. Well, did you do this? Well, what if you did that? How? Well, you shouldn't have gone there. Because other men have self-inflicted their wounds in Medellin, they think that you can't self-inflict success in Medellin. In other words, you can't maneuver or move in Medellin on purpose and not get caught up like other dudes are getting caught up. Now, tonight's topic is not about dudes getting scoped, dudes getting robbed, dudes getting drugged. This is not that topic. This topic tonight is basically for those that are thinking about relocating. A lot of times when I talk about relocating to other countries or just visiting other countries, do realize, as I mentioned before, a lot of it is psychological. A lot of it is psychological. Thank you, babe. Okay. So a lot of times we sit back and we think that, Miss is making me another cup of coffee. We assume that because another man made some mistakes, that's the mistakes that's going to happen to you. That's not necessarily true. So we're going to talk about that tonight. How to inflict success into your life, no matter what country you live in. It's not about Colombia. It's not about Italy. It's not about parts of Africa. It's not even about the United States. If you don't know how to inflict success into your life, you will always inflict failures into your life, just like Plexico Burris did right after the Super Bowl when he popped himself in the leg. You'll always do that. I'll always do that. If I don't live my life on purpose, if I live my life reactionary, in other words, instead of being proactive, I'm reactive. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now it's going around and they're talking about the fact that so many black women are being evicted, like the #1 eviction group. Thank you, babe. Hey, babe, could you do me a favor? Could you turn that just a little bit towards me? Perfect. That a lot of evictions are going on. There's majority sisters in the States. And sisters are saying it's because we had to pay all the bills, and it's because we had to be the one on the leases. You wasn't on the lease, and we're gonna hear all types of excuses why women are self-inflicting themselves in the United States. This is not about sisters. Do not get me wrong. This topic is not about sisters, but it is about people that self-inflict wounds upon their lives. While I'm hearing sisters and brothers complain about racism and inequality of wages, this is why sisters are the #1 individuals getting evicted. They're not making enough money. They have to raise your children. You're hearing all these excuses. But notice, when it comes to evictions in the United States, you have to qualify to get the apartment in the first place. I'll say this again. All of us who ever had a house or an apartment, whether you purchased or leased or rented, apartment, condo, townhouse, home, what was the first thing that you had to do? You had to qualify that you were going to be able to afford the payment. You had to show them bank proof, career proof. All the proofs had to be put in front of them before they allowed you to rent that space, didn't they? But even though you proved that you are economically able to pay for it, if you get evicted, a lot of times it's because you were not, or I was not, economically savvy. And this was going on with a lot of the sisters. You telling me with sisters that you can afford a $300-400 a month weave? You can afford $30-40 for eyelashes, all your cute outfits and all those things, and you can't pay your rent? You complaining that Pookie is in your house playing PlayStation, but you can't afford your rent? And then you want to blame it on the rest of the black men who are living in the middle class and saying that it's racism. You want to blame it on a white man. You qualified for that apartment. And if you didn't pay for it, you self-inflicted your wound. In other words, let's go back to, let's see if I got the drop for that one. Let me put my drops out here.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for.
Sisters, you are part of the problem. And brothers who co-sign for sisters in the name of racism, you're part of the problem. That's the problem.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for.
Right now, it is our time. All 51 people here, it is our time to make sure that we give ourselves self-inflicted success. You live your life on purpose. You're successful on purpose. If you notice your boy Dre, and notice, I'm not a braggadocious type dude, so don't think I'm sitting up here saying this like I'm being braggadocious and I'm the man. I'm not, because y'all all know, y'all done heard enough stories of my flaws. So what's my point? My point is that no matter how many flaws we have, no matter what's going on in our lives as a man, we still are responsible to be proactive to get to the results that we want to have. If you guys want to live outside the United States, part-time or full-time, you have to do it on purpose. Life is not going to grant you the opportunity. It's when the kids get older, when the kids get older, they're going to still need money. Any guy that's a parent could tell you that. There is no age in which your kids will not need money. So we can't always use the kids as an excuse. Well, when I get done paying this child support, okay, even after that, kids are going to still need money. If you plan on living outside the United States, you have to do it on purpose. If you plan on living in the United States, you have to live with a purpose. You can't just get up in the morning and your job be your purpose. I got a job. That's my purpose. Okay, then you have to move to another job, whether it be a promotion. Is that your only purpose for getting up in the morning? You have to create your own. My job has never been my purpose. When I was in the States, my job never was my purpose. And neither is yours. You have to sit back and say, you know what? I've got something that I really always wanted to do. I always want to write that great American novel. So do it on purpose. You can't write a novel by mistake. All your successes in life, my friends, what I'm saying is they have to be self-inflicted. Shout out to you guys being here. I appreciate you. Let me get these drops just right. I'm trying to get to them. There we go. All right. Shout out to my man Tevin King in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. with the $20 super chat. Let's get started with all you guys that are here. All 53 in the building. Make sure you click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too, because we all know
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
as a place of truth. Shout out to my man David in the building and establishing this as a place of truth. Salute Andre and family. It's Friday night, drink in hand. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Once again, don't have your boy drinking alone, even if I'm just drinking coffee. Do not have your boy drinking alone, because I might have a little something in that coffee. You see what I'm saying? A little something in the coffee. My man Love W. I hope I said that. I hope I said that correctly. W. He said, "What's up, Drake? What's up, brother? What's up, fellow brethren? Stay fit for life." For L, that's right. I've come to the conclusion that there is no time period in life where I will not be exercising. I will not be eating healthy, whether it be from this day forth, the days before, or until the day that I pass on. I just got to eat healthy, drink healthy, be healthy, exercise. I'm telling you guys, it's just a part of life. I've already come to that conclusion. No matter what era I'm in, he's absolutely correct. Got to stay fit for life. And my man Keithan, countdown. Keithan is on his way. What's up, Unc? Can't wait to can't stay long. Work in the morning. 8 days left. Yes, 8 days countdown. I'll see you at the airport, brother. I will see you at the airport picking you up, man. On your way down here to Cali. Don AKA is in the building. You say the Don Rip or Don DJ. Shout out to you, DP. JP. Shout out to you, JP. Hey, say, what's up, big brother? Good evening, chat. Good evening to all you guys. Good evening to all you guys. Shout out to you guys being here. Iman is in the building right now. Shout out to you, brother, being here as well. He say, this is how we do it. It's Friday night. I feel all right. See what I'm saying? I'm like the Pointer Sisters. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Quoting the Pointer Sisters. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Shout out to my man. Oh, my man Global's in the building. Shout out to you, brother, being here as well. What's up, and blessings to everyone. And my man Stefano, moderator extraordinaire. Shout out to you. Hola, mi gente. Shout out to you guys being here tonight. That's the PayPal. Oh, I forgot to set it. Shout out to you, Stefano, for putting the PayPal. And I forgot to put the banner up for Cash Apps for those that want to donate to the Cash App. Shout out to you guys. And thank you very much for the super chats thus far, my brothers. We got a great topic tonight. Once again, I said we are going to be talking about self-inflicted. It's not going to be a long live stream tonight, guys. Only a couple of hours, because tomorrow morning we're going to be doing the live stream with Anton Daniels. Yeah, I reached out to Anton, and he's going to be doing our interview tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock with us. So I'm going to start it at 10:30. Get all of us time to come in, get our coffee in the morning. And for you first shifters on Saturday, you know, bosses ain't in the office anyway. So Saturday morning, you can put your headphones on and you can listen from your desk, your cubicle, or your warehouse where you're working. If you're working overtime on Saturday, get your money up, player. Get your money. If you're a truck driver, driving your truck tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, 10:30, hey, I got your back, brother. I'm going to keep you awake. You know how I do. I keep you awake tomorrow morning. But tomorrow morning at 10:30, we're going to get started with the live stream. Shout out to you once again, Stefano, and all you guys that are donating. My man David, he said, can buy witchcraft and can't pay the rent. You can convince a landlord that you can afford the rent. So it wasn't because that's the part that got me. You know, when I hear the women say it's because of the inequality of wages. Wait a minute. You filled out an application that said that your wages could afford this apartment. I'll say this again. Each woman that's getting kicked out, she filled out an application. Am I lying, guys? She filled out an application that said that she can afford the wages. that she had the wages to afford the apartment, condo, townhouse, home, right? The landlord said, I agree with what you say about your wages, your bank account, and your affordability, right? That's what the landlord said. Here's the key to the apartment, house, condo, villa. Here's the keys, because we believe that you said and you showed us, lady, ma'am, that you can afford it. 8 months later, we got to kick you out because you're not being fiscally responsible. I know you got 3 kids. Where did daddy at? Oh, neither one of they daddies? Oh, well, I don't know what you're gonna do, ma'am. And if you don't, hey, ma'am, they about to tow your car too. While you getting evicted, they towing your car too. And I know Biden is not helping as much as he can with the college debt, ma'am. But has nothing to do with this leasing office, ma'am. You made a promise to us at this leasing office that you could afford this apartment. We believed you, and that's why we gave you the keys, ma'am. And now we realize that what we believed in you was not necessarily the truth. You said that you could pay this apartment for 12 months. We believed you that you could pay this apartment for 12 months. That had nothing to do. And this goes for us men too. That has nothing to do with wages. So a brother can't sit back and say, well, the white man wages. Well, they didn't judge your wages when they first leased you the apartment on the white man's wages. They looked at you based off your wages, black man. And so if you got evicted, you broke a promise that you made. Now you may have lost a job, and the sisters may have lost a job. Could have happened. But to sit back and say it's racism, no, you lost a job, dude. It happens. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been there. 55 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Shout out to Jonathan in the building. Shout out to you being here, man. And my man Kenny Peoples in the building as well. Shout out to you, brother. What's good? He said, what it do, Slim Dre? Hey, I'm trying to get my Slim Goody license back. I saw a picture of myself the other day, and I had my Slim Goody license. My shirt was all tucked in, looking all neat and natural. I said, oh, let me go ahead and get back to that. That's the Dre that I know. He said the song in the background, sir, is jamming. Yes, I had to bring something new, guys. I had to bring something new. I'm going to turn it down in a moment, but when I'm doing these shout outs, when you guys are calling, I just want that good energy when you guys first come in. Jonathan says, Andre, I'm trying to be patient. But I can't wait to see AD tomorrow night. It's going to be tomorrow morning. By the way, guys, the Anton Daniels interview is going to be tomorrow morning at 10:30. So for all you morning guys, shout out to my man AD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Them Detroit boys going to be at it.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Oh, yeah. Them 313 boys at it again. I got to make sure that I said it for. I'll check in a minute. But I thought I said it for tomorrow night, too. So you guys can see it for tomorrow night. Let me double check. Hey, hey, Stefano, do me a favor when you get a chance. Go to Love Crossing Borders and go to lives and make sure that I scheduled the live stream for tomorrow morning at 10:30. At like 10:30, 10:35. You know, I don't want to make a mistake. I had put it at like 10 at night. You know, I don't think I put it for 10 at night, but I just wanted to make sure I put it for 10 a.m. Because if I didn't, I'll just make sure I change it. But check on that for me. Any of you guys, just go to the Love Crossing Borders live stream. You'll see the thumbnail with Anton Daniels and myself on the thumbnail for tomorrow. Just make sure that I put it for AM and not for PM, because I don't want to throw that off. Shout out to my man Sean in the building. Being here. He said, what's happening, bro? We got a great topic tonight. Once again, it's about self-inflicted success. We're going to talk about how to do that. We're going to talk about no matter what country you decide to be in, or no matter where you're living right now, no matter what stage of life that you're in. Dude, you listen, think about it. You're talking to a dude that spent 10 years in, actually more than that, in state and federal prisons. I was on parole, and then I was on probation. I could tell, dude, if anybody, statistics says 85% chance of me going back to prison again. I could have easily been a candidate for the 3 strikes you're out rule that was going on during the time period of the Clinton administration. I could have eaten the one that your boy Joe Biden created. Hint, hint. If anybody should have been a failure in life, I mean, I can name 15 other things, and many of you guys can name 15 other things that could point to you being a failure in life. I've had successful money. I had successful moments where money was flowing like crazy. I've had moments where I was sleeping in the car. I've had moments where I've had the 5-6 bedroom home. I've had moments where I feel like I was sleeping in a honeycomb hideout. I know what it's like. If anybody's life should have turned out a failure sliding into failure, like a baseball player with ease, it should have been me. There is no way in the world I should be living the life that I'm living thus far, and it's getting better and better. So what was my secret? What's the secret of other guys that go from living in cars to living in mansions? What's the secret? Self-inflicted success. We decided to be successful in every area of life on purpose. If you see me not being successful in life on purpose, it's because I hadn't put the energy into it like I was supposed to on purpose. For example, my Spanish, my Espanol. Y'all know, y'all like, man, come on, Dre, you've been living there going on 7 years, living in Colombia. And your Spanish is still trash? Now, my Spanish is not to the point where I'm inflicting wounds on myself. I'm not hurting myself. I could go to different places. So my Spanish is good enough to kind of like get around and do a lot of great things on my own. I don't need Andrea like that. But as far as everyday conversation and conversing and talking politics and making business connections that are really and volunteer connections, my Spanish is trash, and it shouldn't be like that. There is no way it should be like that after being here 6+ years. In other words, I didn't use what got me here in every area of my life. So we all have areas of improvement. I've used self-inflicted success, or in other words, doing something on purpose in many areas of my life, and it's been successful. But I still have areas of my life that I can sit back and say, you could have did better in that area, Andre. You could have did better in that. Being faithful to my wife, that's self-inflicted. That's self-inflicted success. Dude, I do that on purpose. Dude, y'all already heard the stories of the old Andre. Come on now. If I really want to be in these Colombian streets, think about it. Don't nobody down. Think about with us guys. Let's be real. Nobody knows us in Colombia, right? It's like going to a whole new city with all of the pretty coochie that you want to get, and nobody knows you. You ain't got no real exes down here. You got a whole country full of coochies waiting on you. Even if you got a main chick, your name ain't ringing in them streets, so you can have like 3 or 4. Dude, if I want to have 3 or 4 side chicks, with none of y'all know it, Andrea wouldn't know it. Why? I ain't from here. Can't nobody say, hey, I remember him from high school. Ain't that your husband, Andrea? Nobody. But since I decided to live self-inflicted success in the area of my marriage, in other words, I'm faithful on purpose. I'm faithful on purpose, not because my body don't see, or my eyes don't see fine chicks, not because women don't hit on me like they hit on you guys. I get hit on too. I see females that I want to smash too. Let's be real. I'm a man. I'm Lord of the Ring, yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm just as man as the rest of you dudes. There are chicks out there that I would break their back in. There's some females I would love to see them cry in the middle of an orgasm. I would love to see them shedding a tear, putting their head on my chest, just crying. But I don't. Why? Because I look at my marriage and I self-inflict success into my marriage. So don't think I don't go through the same temptation, and I didn't see that big behind that y'all saw too walking down the street. When I take you out, when we go out salsa clubs and we go to these different spots and I dance with these women that are so gorgeous and they in my arms, I get tempted to be like, I could get her number right now. And they be looking at me like, you want my number? No, I'm good. Why? I'm already in the habit of self-inflicting success into my life in that particular area, even though I go through the same temptations that every man goes through. I never sit up here and be lying to y'all like, yes, I am Mr. Nightingale. I make no flaws. That's crazy. Rich Turner's in the building. What did I do right?
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
That's what I did right. I must be from Detroit, Michigan. And my man Growth Talks in the building. He got that cigar and the Dr. Pepper. I hope I pronounced that. I hope it's the old school. But yeah, I think I pronounced it correctly. A pepperner. Hey, if I said it wrong, hey, I not only got new glasses coming, I got a big monitor. The studio is going to be completely different in a couple weeks, guys. By the way, I just want to let you guys know it's going to be completely different. You guys are going to like it. It's going to be a lot different. It's going to be the same studio for now, but it's going to be a lot different. I'm going to hook everything up. So I got a lot of equipment over there. I got a lot of stuff already lined up. So yeah, and one of the things I got is a nice monitor so I can actually see the screen instead of looking into a laptop. Shout out to you guys for being here this evening. We got 57 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure that you like us too. Also, let's make sure we got everybody, because I'm about to get started with the topic of the day. Remember, we're going to be listening to El Guapo as well as Angry Man. We're going to do a recap of a video that Angry Man did this morning. He did a motivation this morning for men, and I was like, brother, I gotta have that. I gotta do a reaction to that. My man Tevin says, brothers in the states stop clubbing, eating at restaurants, chasing that tail. Stop, man, all the stuff that you could do in another country, man, at less of a price. Hanging around people who are preventing you from reaching your goal. Yes. Once you stop hanging around with those people, I'm telling you, man, life will get so much better. So much better, especially.
Can't you see I got a passport? I got a passport. Hey, I got a passport.
Yeah, y'all got passports. There's nowhere in the world y'all should still be clubbing, eating out all the time. And I'm talking to you guys once again. I'm going to say this again. This is very important. I'm also talking to you guys that are financially stable. I've done consultations with guys that are very, very well off. It's still about the mindset. Because even if you still have money, but if your mind is not ready for relocation or stabilization in another country, all you do is just be another dude that's walking around simping. What's a simp with a passport? What's a dude with money that has no mental stability with a passport? A simp. We see it all the time. We've seen it all. I've seen it from day one of my travels. Every country I go to, as long as there's a dude with some money in his pocket and no common sense, he will simp the heck out every single time. So you dudes that have money, you need to be the main ones The main ones walking in self-inflicted success. What do I mean? That means if you're a dude with money, not every heifer should be able to walk in and out of your life. That easy. Some of you dudes with money, there is no way in the world you coming to Colombia and you messing with the brokest chicks. There is no, I wish I would. I didn't even have the money you guys have. And I knew not every heifer could walk in and out of my life like I was just a doormat. That was not happening. That was not hey. And this is no offense to the big girls in the States. I didn't have any big girl friends. I didn't have any big girl friends in the States. I got big girl family members, but I ain't got no big girl friends. All my friends in the States are very attractive women, right? Now I'm talking about, you know, the females I have. I'm talking female friends, but I'm talking about my dude friends. We just cool. Just like I didn't allow any big girls in my life in the States. I didn't allow any beautiful bottom feeders in my life when I started traveling to Colombia. No dude can ever say that they got footage of me with some broke chick. I'll say it again. No dude can say they got any footage of me with some broke heifer. And you dudes that got more money than I had, you need to definitely have the mindset of living your life and moving on purpose no matter what country you go in. Well, Andre, you don't need to be pocket watching another man. I don't care nothing about your money. I'm talking about your mindset. I'll say this again. I don't care if you broke or if you got money. It's all about the mindset when you're going on vacation or when you plan on relocation. Your mindset is about 90% of what's going to take place on your vacation and your relocation. Guaranteed. It's not about, can you get an apartment? Can you get the best Airbnb? Can I find me a woman? None of that means nothing if you ain't got this up here already prepared for when you go on that vacation. That's why some dudes get deleted on vacations. Because it was the mindset that got them deleted. They thought that they could actually be with a beautiful bottom feeder and nothing gonna happen. While the rest of us knew if you get with a beautiful bottom feeder, something might happen. Now, the rest of us already knew this. But these few dudes want to look at the rest of us like, man, y'all don't know what y'all talk about. Y'all missing out on the fun. All right, Pinocchio, take your butt in that Treasure Island. You gonna come back out looking like a jackass. Go on in there, Pinocchio. Go and take us back to your Airbnb, Pinocchio. Go ahead and pay her extra money for pay-for-play, Pinocchio. Go ahead and invite both her girlfriends to your apartment, Pinocchio. Go ahead. You think you flexing? Go ahead. You got two ladies. Go ahead, Pinocchio. At the end, you gonna end up looking like a jackass, and the rest of us gonna sit back and be laughing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been about 2 years since I sat back and I felt sorry for any of you dudes that gets in, not any of you dudes, but any guy that gets scoped, robbed, or even feel sorry for those that get deleted. It's a sad moment for anybody that gets robbed, anybody that get drugged, anybody to get deleted. That's sad. I feel for the families. I feel for the sons that won't see their father again, the mothers that won't see their son again, the sisters that won't see their brother again, the nephews and the nieces won't see their uncle again because we didn't have this ready when we came to Medellin, when we came to Cartagena, when we went to DR, when we went to Thailand. There's a YouTube channel I'm going to turn you guys on to today. This dude's channel he's got 1 million. This dude only has maybe 35 videos. 35 videos. He's at 15,000 subscribers with 35 videos. His 30th video, I think it's 30-second video. 1 million views. You know what he does? All he does is walk down the street in Thailand. and narrates horror stories from guys that got in relationships in Southeast Asia and how them dudes got hustled for everything. I mean, the stories that you hear him do. I sat up there last night. I probably listened, and each one of his videos are like 35 minutes a piece. Man, I sat up there. I listened to the longest one that was 1 million views. That was for maybe like 50 minutes. And when you sit back, you listen to these stories of people, of guys write into this guy. They write him and say, "This is my story." And all he does is you just watch him, and he's just walking through Pattaya just with his camera. You never see him. You just see the city. He's just walking through Phuket, and you just see the city. And at the same time, he's narrating the story, the true story that people have sent into him, all type of men that have gotten scammed by women in Southeast Asia that they swore were the right ones. And that in many cases, the dudes picked a woman up. It was a club girl. In many cases, these men had money. In some cases, these men just had regular jobs. If you ain't got the right mindset on vacation or relocation, it don't matter how much money in your pocket, player, you can get got even without being drugged. Because yes, it's safe in Southeast Asia. You ain't got to worry about nobody drugging you, but you gonna get your ass hustled. Their hustle game is better than the one here in Colombia. When it come to hustling, y'all, man, Brazilians, Colombians, Ecuadorians, El Salvadorians ain't got nothing on Southeast Asia for what I'm seeing. Man, y'all losing houses, homes, bank accounts, health. There's so many of y'all out there in Southeast Asia homeless. Yeah, you get scoped here in Colombia. I got you. You get scoped, they rob you. You wake up a couple days later. You like, man, they got me for my laptop and my passport and my crypto. I got you. Man, listen. It over there, you dudes are giving it away voluntarily. Yes, I gave you dudes over there in Southeast Asia. Man, I'm listening to these stories, and I've been listening to them for about a couple years. I'm listening to these stories, man. You dudes are not only giving the woman money, you feeding the everybody in on the hustle. I have yet to see a dude get hustled in Southeast Asia, tell his story, and the family went in on it too. Yes, and we were sending her mom and dad $300 a month, but I think mom and dad were in on it. Man, listen. If your mindset ain't ready to live self-inflicted success, don't worry about it. Somebody else got a plan for you. I'm gonna say this like this. If you ain't got a plan for you, don't worry about it. Somebody else in some other country got plans for you. Believe that. If I come to Colombia and I have no plans for Andre, don't worry about it. There's a lot of women and there's a lot of shiesty dudes in Colombia that already got a plan for Andre. And so it is with all of us. But enough of him, my mouth. Let me scroll down, make sure I got everybody. My man Los is in the building. Shout out to you. Let me get Los that drop. Let's see where we got that drop for Los. There we go.
We in Tampa, 813, Trigger City. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Once again.
We in Tampa, 813, Trigger City. Let's get it.
Here we go. Shout out to Los once again, shout out to Jonathan in the building. Jonathan said, Dre, what's up with your boy Floyd? I wouldn't know. Why he's so, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. He was supposed to meet up with you and almost got scoped. There you go. That mindset. Austin reached out to me about a week ago. He said, hey, Floyd is in Cali. And the next thing I know, a couple of days later, I said, I ain't hear from him. I said, I told Austin to give him my information, just like anybody that comes to town, just like when Ace Live reached out to me when Philly was in town. Philly Dom, shout out to Philly. Make sure you guys subscribe to Philly Dom's channel. And Philly was in town. I didn't know Philly was in town for 2 days. And but when Ace reached out to me and told me, man, Philly hung out the whole time. When Austin reached out to me about Floyd, and next thing I know, I see Floyd on Razor Ray Taxi Cab Confession. Razor Ray, they almost got me. They didn't got me up in Cali, Colombia. I'm like, what does this do? I don't know. Hey, you can't be a brother's keeper if the brother don't want to be kept. See what I'm saying? In other words, let's translate it. Like your grandmama used to say, hard head make a soft. We know the rest of it. Mr. McKinley in the building, Ethiopian coffee. Oh man, that sounds good. And a cigar, man. Y'all got me so tempted to go back to my cigar life, man. Watching Angry Man and all them dudes, man. Y'all got me so tempted to go back to my cigar life. I swear. I've been doing good, man. I haven't had a cigar in. I got one in there. A couple of you guys brought to me. I might enjoy that cigar. But I haven't had a cigar in about 4 years. 4 years, man. Yeah, I'm shout out to them Cleveland boys, them Ohio players. Roller coaster, roller. Buenas noches. Good evening, EMB. Good evening to you, my brother. Top Gun. Hey, we need to talk. We need to talk. Yeah. Yeah, he say sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you do owe me. I see you when you get down here, man. It's gonna be dinner on you, man. You owe me. Yes, you do. But good looking out, though. Hey, I did my job. I did my job, man. But hey, they got what they got what they came down here for. They left happy. So, you know, that's the most important thing. So they left happy. But yeah, you owe me, man. Morning, brother. Morning. Once again, guys, speaking of morning, shout out to you, brother. Tomorrow morning at 10:30, we will be doing our interview with Anton Daniels. And so we're going to have a great interview with him in regards to the Passport Bro movement. He's just got back from Japan. So we're going to talk about his trip to Tokyo. We're going to talk about YouTube, how individuals can advance on YouTube. And speaking of travels, guys, while you're here, I'm going to drop a link. A brother asked me earlier, and this is usually in a consultation, but I'm giving it away for free right now. Brother asked me earlier about travel insurance. Travel insurance. We're going to look at that right now. Add that to the screen. Because a lot of times guys don't realize that when it's time for you to get your Colombian visa or your visa in other countries, let's say, I decide I want to live in Brazil for about a good 6 months. Or actually, let's beyond that. 6 months. Or if I want to live in Brazil a year, and I want to make sure that I have insurance, health insurance, or you're at a place where you say, I need to get a visa for Brazil, or a visa to stay, to stay there for a year or two, or a visa to stay in Colombia a year or two because you got the digital nomad or the retirement visa. One of the questions that they ask you is, since you are not a citizen in these countries, do you have health insurance? Not just health insurance, international health insurance. One of the top ones, and I'm not getting paid for this, one of the top ones that guys use when they ask Andrea to help her, to help them fill out for their visa here in Colombia, is IMG. And I'm going to go to their website real quick and pull up their insurances. They do have insurance, medical insurance for if you get sick or break a leg or anything happens to you while you're on a flight. Now, they're inexpensive, very inexpensive. I'm going to drop this link for you guys. Like I said, I usually talk about this during consultations, but I think this is important to have. They have temporary coverage for accidents, sickness, emergency evacuations, so forth and so forth. That's your travel medical insurance. Let's skip to the third one. Travel insurance. This covers protect your flight, loss of any of your items, your luggage, all those things, flight delays, cancellations, interruptions. Travel insurance covers that. Travel medical insurance covers your body physically. But what they ask you for your visa in most countries is international health insurance. Health insurance and travel insurance is two totally different things. Health insurance is just like the health insurance that you got at home, that you get from work, all that. That's not the same as travel insurance. They want to make sure that you have this international health insurance if you're going to apply for a visa. IMG offers an excellent international health insurance. They offer you a 1-year package or a 2-year. I might as well go ahead and become an affiliate with them, man, as much as I'm advertising right now. But I'm just going to drop this link to those guys because this is important for you to have. You don't have to have medical insurance when you are traveling. Most guys don't. They just travel. There it is. You don't have to have travel insurance when you are traveling. In other words, protecting your flight. You don't have to have all that all the time because your airline offers that. But the one thing that your airline does not offer is international health insurance. And that's what you need to complete a visa if you're going to come to Colombia and most of South America. Health insurance. So don't get the two mixed up, travel insurance and health insurance. So I'm going to drop this link for you guys to be able to, scroll down and what they offer. And do you need travel insurance anyway? Their recommended plans, you can get a free quote. That's what most of the guys do when I send this link. They say, Andrea, I need for you to help me get my visa. Andrea let them know, okay, got to get your insurance. And so they'll figure out what their quote is, buy their own plan, and then I kid you not, it's like 20 minutes later, they're sending Andrea an email. Here's my policy, my my international health insurance policy, and Andrea adds that to their visa application, and bada bing, bada boom. But you can't get a visa without international health insurance. Now, you military dudes, of course, you guys are covered with a different health insurance package, so you guys are covered no matter what. But for the rest of us mere mortals, we got to have the international health insurance if you're going to get a visa in many countries. So I'm going to drop this link real quick for you guys to be able, and they got a YouTube video and everything, but it's those little things that I want to share with you guys that sometimes guys don't know about that you need to have. And like I said, IMG is really good. Blue Cross Blue Shield has one called Go Blue. Is it Go Blue or Blue Go? Let's see, Blue Go. Yeah, Blue Go Insurance. That's what it's called. Oh, yeah, it's Go Blue. So I'm sending you guys this one as well. Let you guys see this. So now this is Go Blue. This is how you cover yourself around the world, guys. This is international travel insurance, health insurance. Like I said, for a regular everyday trip, 99% of us, we don't get no travel insurance. If we do, we get it from, the little, pay the extra few dollars, for our flight, during our flight for the health insurance. I mean, the travel insurance. But for, once again, international health insurance is not covered by your airline. International health insurance covers you for a year to 2 years. So I'm going to drop the link for this one as well, so you guys can get a hold of this one also. I'm giving you guys some jewels tonight. The jewels. Hooking you guys up. Giving you the gems. So these are two really good ones, man. Really, really good ones. I just want to make sure that I cover that for you guys that are coming in. All right. Let's get back to my man Official. Official Kobe in the building. He says, saw that BMT video of these beautiful bottom feeders, chasers need to stay out of, and that's what I said. And I mean that. We got 102 people. 102 people. We got 102 people in the live stream today. Make sure you click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too, because
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oprah is coming next. So make sure you click that like button. Now, as we were saying, yes, on that live stream with my man BMT, Black Men's Travel, shout out to him again. And I ended with this. It's great that we all, as passport brothers, it means that we have the ability to travel to any country that we want to and feel comfortable with those countries. It doesn't necessarily have to be Colombia. But I do say this. Colombia is not for everybody. Colombia was everybody that's ever been scoped. If you've ever been robbed and you kind of felt like you just went, not now. There are some robberies that take place no matter where you go in the world, wrong place, wrong time. That's just life. They say that over 85% of what we fear statistically never comes to pass, and the other 15% of what we fear, we had no control over anyway. We have no control over the 15% anyway. So there will always be incidences in all of our lives that happen that it's just wrong place, wrong time. But what I have found is this, and what you guys have found is this. Statistically, most dudes that got scoped, it was self-inflicted. I got two girls from Medellin in my Airbnb at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know these two women. Yeah, you about to get robbed, player. But my boy didn't get robbed. You're not your boy. Your boy, man, just because you saw somebody on YouTube that didn't get robbed, that doesn't mean that so many others didn't get robbed either. There are many others that did get robbed. And if you're a dude that like to live recklessly with your time and your money and you like to showboat, there are plenty countries out there where you can do that. I'm serious. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much, Kobe. I'm going to come back to your comment. Colombia is not for everybody. I know everybody wants to come, but it ain't for everybody. When some dudes say, I will never step foot in Colombia, I'm glad. I am never insulted when somebody says, I'm not coming to Colombia. You shouldn't. We are passport brothers. This channel is called Love Crossing Borders with an S. Cross your borders, brother. Our channel is Love Crossing Borders, where we help you find love across borders or fall in love with the borders that you cross. But Colombia, a lot of you guys prove Colombia is not for everybody. If you like to throw money up in the air like you just don't care, Colombia is not for you. If you like to have 3 or 4 women in your room, total strangers in your Airbnb, Colombia is not for you. If you like to showboat with your gold chains and your fresh Jordans and LeBrons, Colombia is not for you. It's not. You will never hear me argue down Colombia's Shangri-La. It's utopia. No, it's not. It's my Shangri-La. It's my utopia for now. Notice crossing borders, S. For now. But that doesn't mean that it's yours if you like to be on effery. This ain't the country for you. If you like women, here we go. If you want the first 1 or 2 women that you meet to be your girlfriend or your wife, this ain't the country for you. Some of you dudes actually believe the first woman that you meet in Colombia, she the one. The first woman you meet in Thailand, she's the one. First Cuban woman you done had sex with, she's the one. And you spend all your time with her. And when it doesn't work out, you blame the whole country of Cuba because it didn't work out with just one person. You blame all of Colombia because you got drugged by one person. If you are a person that needs the first one or two women that you meet to be your main ones, Colombia ain't the country for you. Because there's no. I had to go through quite a few women to meet the right women, and I met good quality women, and I had to go through quality women to meet Andrea. I'm not her first American guy. She's not my first Colombiana. But if you think that because you're the first, I'll go that route. If you think because you're the first American that Colombiana or that Brazilian woman had, that you're supposed to be her main one because you were her first one, you don't need to be in these countries. Just because you were somebody's first American doesn't mean that you're going to be their only American ever. Like I said, I'm not the only, and I don't even feel bad about it. I'm not the only American that Andrea's been with. She dated an American guy prior to when she was living in Medellin. And she's talked about this. He wanted to be on Effery. He wanted all the ladies, and Andrea was like, oh, no problem. You want the ladies? Do your thing. But yeah, Colombia is not for everybody. I'll never sell that product, and I'll never sit back and try to pretend to try to convince you guys that Colombia is for everybody. The other thing that we mentioned in that live stream was that some of you guys don't realize when I sit back and I say I don't go to the hood. This one brother tried to say, well, Andrea, you said that you don't go to the hood. I said, wait a minute. I said I don't hang out in the hood. I've been to the hood. Andrea's family during the holidays, many of them, grandma who's 90-something years old, when the neighborhood was good, she owned property there. Now it's the hood. She hadn't sold her property. She still lived there. So in order to see Andrea's 97-year-old grandmother, we go to the hood. We go into her property, enjoy the evening for the holidays, and we leave. I'm not hanging out in the hood. And I think the misconception of what guys hear me say is that I have never, ever been to the hoods of Cali. I will never say that. Never say that. Been there plenty of times. Ask me how many times I've ever hung out in the hoods of Cali. In other words, left the house of Andrea's grandmother. Never. Never. I've never hung out in the hoods. Could be some good people. I'm just not gambling it. I'll let you do that. And if going into the most dangerous hoods of Colombia, if that's your thing, you don't need to be coming to Colombia. Colombia is a country for mature audiences only, and you guys are slowly but surely learning that, aren't you? With the deaths of so many immature men. I'll say that again. With the deaths and the druggings and the muggings of so many immature, irresponsible men, you're starting to realize Colombia is not a game. It's not a joke. It's for mature audiences only. I like what Aaron told me today. Aaron Passport, Passport Bro Brother, Black Men's Travel. Aaron said that there are certain men of the Passport Bro movement that are business class while everybody else is flying in the back of the plane. Colombia is set up for the business class. It is not set up for irresponsibility. Y'all could go see Colombia is not Spirit Airline like y'all think it is. It's not the Spirit Airline of countries to where y'all think Pookie, Ray Ray, Nook Nook and them could come down and do what the rest of us do. It's not set up like that. If you are truly a Pookie and a Ray Ray, you need to go on back to DR. It's safe over there. You got sand and everything. All you got to do is, what's the most that's going to happen to you in DR? You overpay and you get in an argument with some Dominican chick like y'all always do. But y'all ain't getting drugged. But your immaturity will get you got in Colombia. This is a country that's for mature audiences only. This ain't for no little boys, no male boys. I'll say it again. You're a grown man. You're a little boy in a male's body. This ain't the country for you, bruh. If you have to floss, if you have to walk around like I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. If you got to do all that, I promise you, this is the wrong country for you. This is for mature audiences only. For grown men that act like they grown men. They got the right mindset. No matter what country they've been to, once they get to Colombia, they know how to act. It's dudes like my man Will that come to Colombia all the time. Sometimes I know he's here. Sometimes I don't know it. My man Scotty just flew a dram on my way there. Been here a few. I ain't got to worry about. He know his way around. Shout out to all you military brothers and ex-military guys. He's a mature dude. I never have to worry about those dudes ever. I've never even. My man, stay on Kenny. Stays on the other ex-Navy brother. Stays on the other side of Colombia. Of Cali. South side. Always in a nice area. Got his little Venezuelan girlfriend. They open up a business over there, a barbershop. I don't have to worry about Kenny. I do not have to worry about Kenny. Mature audiences only. So when I sit back and I say on that live stream, not everybody needs to be coming to Colombia. I meant that. Some of you dudes do not need to be coming back here ever again. You ain't built for this. I go on a basketball court. I'm hacking I'm throwing L. I don't know nothing about basketball. People look at my height and they think, oh, I know he's good. Let me pick him up. I'm like, dude, don't pick me on that basketball court. I'm a football dude. But they pick me anyway, and dudes be ready to fight me on the basketball court because I'm busting dudes in the head with the elbows on a regular. I'm horrible at basketball. Can't dribble, can't shoot. Now you see me on the basketball court, it's exercise because ain't nothing going to no rim. None. In other words, the NBA is for mature audiences only, and that ain't me. When it comes to basketball, you will never have to worry about me at a college game except for in the rafters as a fan. You'll never see me on the bench playing the game. So it is with a lot of guys that are coming to Colombia. You ain't built for this. I know you got money. You ain't built for this. You're a tough guy. I'm from the east side of, okay, a lot of us from the east side of certain cities. I'm going to tell you to your face. Don't come back to Colombia. You ain't built for this. Just continue to watch YouTube channels and find another country because that's what the beauty of a passport is. I'm going to say this again. The beauty of a passport is you can go to Ecuador. You can go to Argentina. You can enjoy yourself like Austin seemed like he done found his second Brazil in Chile. You can go to Brazil. You go to Uruguay, Paraguay, Suriname, all these. You want to go to Africa and you want to be around some Spanish speakers in Africa, you can go to Equatorial Guinea, not New Guinea, but Equatorial Guinea. It's the only black or the only Spanish-speaking country of all 54 countries in Africa. You can look that up. Equatorial, starts with an E. Equatorial Guinea. You can go to Africa and find some Spanish-speaking sisters. But coming here, not everybody's built for this. And I'll keep on preaching that. And I'm not saying that anybody's better than another person. I'm not built for certain countries either. I'm not built for every country. You're not built for every country. And that's the cool part. Because we have passports that allow us to find our own utopia, our own cities and countries of Shangri-La. But there are a lot of countries out there, I ain't built for that. We could just start with the weather. In certain countries, I ain't built for that. I'm out. I'm out. My brother says, he says, beautiful bottom feeders, chasers need to stay out of the country or stay out of Colombia. He said they leave their brains at home in the U.S. Yes. I always say this. It amazes me how much knowledge and insight that we all have and common sense that we leave back home in the States. It is crazy. Shout out to my man Sean in the building. Shout out to my man Sean. Okay, I put it for PM. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I am going to see if I can change that right now. Let me see if I can change that right now. Thank you very much, Stefano. No wonder you guys said evening. Yep, I could change it right now. Let me go to the edit. Good looking out, guys. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I be talking about, man. I be needing y'all. Y'all be thinking I be playing when I say I need my brothers. I don't know what y'all talking about. There we go. I just set it for AM. So it's going to take about 10 minutes to refresh. And then you guys get a chance to see that it's AM and not PM. All right, man. Thanks for letting me know, Stefano, and as well as you rest of you guys. Let me make sure I get all super chats. We're about to get started with the topic. Hey, man, you can't be just popping up in here, man. I'll be focused. I got you. I got you as the first person that'll be speaking tonight. I took a segment of what you stated on your live stream a couple days ago, and I took that segment, and I'm going to kind of like introduce that into what Angry Man is going to be talking about, because today is about man motivation. It's about that mindset. Shout out to Beautiful Eyes. Make sure listen, if you have a YouTube account, which we all do, and you do not have Beautiful Eyes as a subscribed channel, what are you doing? You are doing YouTube all wrong. You doing YouTube bass backwards. So definitely, guys, make sure you subscribe to Beautiful Eyes. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. Thank you for the $20 super chat, super sticker for the love. Actually, super chat for the love of the game. And my brother with the $9.99 super sticker. Shout out to you, brother. And my man Black Nubia's in the building. Let me get that drop for them Canadian boys.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, "Oh, Canada."
Them Canadian boys at it again, Mom. They're at it again. And my boy Tevin King, he says, "I just want to say condolences to our hero star in." No. He passed on today. Y'all know I don't keep up what's going on in the States. Man, I got to give him the salute, man. That's a good man. Always was quality, no controversy. Always a good dude. Man. Carl Weathers gone. Thank you for the sticker, bro. Super chat. My man Timothy's in the building. Someone didn't spell Colombia right. I must have missed it. Since Colombia, somebody didn't spell Colombia right. 2 O's, gentlemen, no U's. You will never see a U in Colombia, except for when you go to Colombia. But Columbia is in North Carolina, close to DC, and it's also in the state of Washington. That's the only place that you're gonna find Colombia, except for the university, of course. He said, but yeah, guys, make sure that you spell Colombia correct. And I know your spell check on your phones spells it with a U. I promise you, this is how how our spell checks work. Once you spell it correctly a few times, your phone will automatically start spelling it correctly. The only reason your phone is not spelling Colombia correctly because you haven't corrected it a couple times yet. When you're swiping like I do, I don't just spell out every word. Some of you dudes be like this with the thumbs. I gotta swipe. I don't got time for all that spelling everything out. Cologne of the night. Before we get started, gentlemen, and if I didn't get a chance to get to everybody that walked in, shout out to you. Cologne of the night is, I did a combo. There is Killian cologne is an excellent cologne, and their cologne is oh man, I have it here too. I'm trying to think of it. These are colognes tonight. We're doing colognes of cologne or major colognes. Killian has a cologne, not Straight to Heaven, but let me look this up. Killian colognes. I'm not gonna be mad at myself. Angel Share. Andre, you should have knew better. Angel Share. This is a cologne of now. When I first start looking for clones of Angel Share, which is like a $250 buck, the first one that I found was Camera Latafas. Latafa Camera. That is a very, very, very good cologne. You'll get a lot of compliments on this one. I kid you not. It's supposed to be a clone of Angel Share. It's not. It's not. It's close. It's in the family, but it's not. But it could have been released as its own. It is a boozy scent. Angel Share is a boozy scent. Not an alcoholic scent, but it's a boozy scent, very masculine scent. So is this, a very masculine scent. I blended it tonight with Cocktail Intense. Now this is like 95% Angel Share. I've got Angel Share, and I've got I kid you not, I could not tell the difference. With this one, I could tell the difference. Without a doubt. This is excellent. This should have been released as its own without even talking about a different trying to be a clone of something. But Cocktail Intense, if you don't have Killian's Angel Share, just get this one off Amazon for $30. Cocktail Intense. Those are colognes for the night. Let's get started. We're about to watch these videos. First video we're about to put up on. Let's start right there. Bringing this back to El Guapo. Now, remember, tonight is all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. For when you're traveling, vacation, or relocation. If you don't have the right mindset, I'm telling you, you'll do some self-inflicting wounds on yourself. But our goal tonight is to help you have self-inflicting success. In other words, living your life with a purpose on purpose, no matter where you go in the world. Let's get started.
Here's the issue. You know better. You know better. And you still choose to take the wrong path. Stop arguing with these ladies. I do not want to see you all waste another second of your time arguing with them. Fellas, it's time to go. It's simply time to go. If you don't, if you continue to be with these wayward ladies, there will be consequences. You don't believe me? I can show you better than I can tell you. My buttons act right.
An update about the Walmart mother that brought her baby wearing only diapers.
Look at that young man's lip quivering.
In freezing weather, and when confronted, she twerked. She has been charged with child neglect and facing up to 6 years in jail. 26-year-old Cambria Darby is now behind bars. She was apprehended at Walmart car park after shoppers called authorities on her. The 2-year-old was still freezing and shaking even after another shopper bought him pants, shirt, and a jacket. The mom was also seen chucking frozen bag at him. The mother was placed in custody and charged with child neglect, and her toddler was secured in a warm police unit. First responders evaluated the child's condition, and Child Protective Services responded and ultimately released the child to an approved relative, along with his other 2 siblings. And the Walmart worker that interfered and shared the encounter on social media is still fired by Walmart. But people have donated to her around $29,000. But what do you think about this? And will the child be in better hands now with the relative? Make sure to like and follow to stay updated on this case.
That was within the last week. You're going to have to let them consume themselves. Don't interfere. You all taking the easy route. And if you do choose to stay here, you have got to vet women better, fellas. Now, Dennis Sperling did a great breakdown on this and thought that maybe that young man's father was not a black man. Doesn't matter. It was still a man. And I am for the fellas. You've got to make better decisions. And you don't understand until you've actually taken the leap, done the reps, done what you had to do, gotten your passport, done your research, get your consultation, book your hotel, your flight, your Airbnb, whatever it may be, and you set foot and you see it firsthand. No matter how many videos I show you, no matter how many passport heavy, Austin Holloman, Richie Mack, Travelversity, no matter how many of those videos you see, how many stories you hear, nothing will substitute you actually going. And once you get there, your mind starts to be recalibrated and you're going to start getting it.
Before we go into Angry Man, he's absolutely correct, guys. We got to stop focusing on what's going on with the ladies in the States, arguing back and forth. I know it's easy content to make for us YouTubers. It's easy to be drawn into going on the panels and arguing back and forth about what the ladies are doing in the States. Bruh, I love what El Guapo said. He said, if you plan on living in the States, be better with your selections. Be better with your vending of these women. The choosing of the women. You can't just let women like the young lady that was just on that video give birth to your child. We often look at women as if they should be the ones serious about who gives birth to the child, who's the baby daddy. Bruh, I don't know if anybody's saying it, but somebody needs to start letting us know or start preaching. Men, we need to be careful these days on who you bust up in. She's pretty, Dre. She pretty. I got you. But she's a pretty big problem now, ain't she? She was giving you fire head. Now she giving you a headache. You got to be careful with. Some of us need to think, if I bust in this chick and she get pregnant, do I want to be stuck with her tail for 18 years? I ain't got no problem with my child for life, but do I want to be stuck on the child support level with this woman for 18 years? That means any relationship, if you're a good dad, like I know most of you guys are, if you're a good dad, like I know most of you guys are, some of you to bust up in some women that are not worth or worthy of who you are today. I'm going to say this again. Some of you, when you bust up in her, you were 24, 25. You ain't had no money. You ain't had no sense. You just out there wilding. You like Obama. You out there smoking your weed like President Obama. You just out there sexy. You ain't thinking about no responsibilities. You never knew that you would turn into the businessman that you are, the career man that you are, the military man that you didn't know all that was coming down the turnpike. And now you looking back at your baby mama and she's still just as hood as she was when y'all was messing around. She was 19 and you was 23. So now you stuck with this hood chick. You Mr. Professional, got your suit right, looking all fancy. You got your investments, your crypto. You sit up straight now. Your vernacular is grandiloquent. but your baby mama still ratchet. Some of y'all, stop me if I'm lying. Either you have or you got a partner or a family member that got a baby mama that they embarrassed by. Not because she did anything in particular that was negative, but because she didn't grow in life. I'll say that again. Some of y'all got baby mamas, she ain't never tore up nothing. She ain't never ran up. She ain't never stole nothing. Ain't never put you down. Ain't never ripped you apart. Ain't trying to interrupt your relationships. None of that. The only thing that your baby mama didn't do was grow as a person. Some of y'all got some of the most embarrassing baby mamas that will walk in the... You are in your 40s. She will still walk into a restaurant, not understand half of what she's doing as far as the menu is concerned. She'll still go to the grocery store with a bonnet on her head. Your baby mama, some of you dudes are 35 years old. Stop me when I'm...
Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie. Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie.
You've advanced in life and become a totally different person. Your baby mama, bless her, but she still lives on the east side of St. Louis, south side of the Chi. She's still in Gary, Indiana. You moved out of Gary a long time ago. Some of y'all still got east side Detroit baby mamas, and you live in Dearborn, Michigan. Some of you guys got East Cleveland baby mamas. Come on, let's be real right now. Some of y'all got some baby mamas that's in Little Haiti in Miami. You ain't lived in that. You in South Beach. You ain't lived in Little Haiti in forever. Little cute. You ain't lived in none of that area of Miami. Some of y'all got some baby mamas that's still humming, just looking out of the window. She's not a bad person. She just didn't evolve. Why am I saying this? You gotta watch who you busting up in, brothers. This ain't that era of in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. You kind of like expect your baby mama to advance. Right now, they evicting baby mamas. I'll say this again. Right now, they're evicting baby mamas. Section 8 gone. Y'all can forget about that. Y'all baby mamas that was on Section 8, that's gone. A lot of those government programs are slowly but surely, they're taking them away. El Guapo is correct. If you guys are going to stay in the States, you got to watch who you busting up in. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but I'm putting it Andre's way. You got to watch. If she spread her legs, are you sure that you got strapped? You ain't, oh, you going raw? You going raw today? You drunk and y'all been drinking wine in your apartment today, and so you go raw up in her, huh? So if you bust up in her, she using a reproductive organ, you're using a reproductive organ, y'all both reproduce, you stuck with her as a baby mama for the rest of your life. If you're a good dad and you're taking care of business and she's a good mom, you are stuck with that woman for the rest of your life. Every relationship that you get in is centered around or connected somehow to that woman. So you guys got to at least realize, come to the reality, you got to put yourself in other words, our topic tonight, self-inflicted success. We already know how to give ourselves self-inflicted wounds. We already know how to do that. Take it from a professional who used to do it a lot. Until I learned that if I could give myself self-inflicted wounds or failures or faults, I had the authority to give myself self-inflicted success. What do I mean? Live my life on purpose with a purpose. That's what he's saying. Live my life on purpose with a purpose. And that's what will get you to your self-inflicted success. But until then, my brethren, We got my man in the building. Salty balls in the building. You thought you was gonna slide by, brother? Did you really think you was gonna slide by and Machismo TV?
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Salty Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Shout out to my man Salty Balls in the building with the $100 super chat. Shout out to you, brother. Bam. I ain't mad at you, brother. Shout out to you, brother, for being in the building, man, and support, man. Yeah. I kid you not, man. You guys got strapped. Got to stay strapped, especially like I always say, and I mean this before we go to Angry Man part of the video. And shout out to El Guapo for that portion. It's that time, guys. Especially if you plan on leaving the States in the next 5 months, 5 years, or 15 years. If that's your blueprint, I don't care what country you're going to. I don't care if you're going to the Arctic or Antarctica. And you get some chick pregnant, you plan on leaving in 5 months. Month 4, here come Aisha. I'm pregnant. And you know you're a good man. That passport dream you got, that's deferred. Now you're nothing but a vacationer for the next 18 years. Oh, you can go to countries, yes you can, but you just a vacationer. Because why? You a good dad. You ain't about to leave your child, your newborn, for the next 18 years in the States by himself, being around all them girls that talk about some, all the crazy songs that they got out now. The crazy part is I don't know none of them. That's why I couldn't name them all. Okay, let me see if I can name some. This what's her name? Sexy Red, something like that. Sexy Red, and the I don't know what's the girl with the I don't know what the performers are in the States. But my point is, you don't want your son to be raised around that mess without giving him wise advice. So you're gonna stay in the States. You were supposed to leave month 5, you got her pregnant month 4. You were supposed to leave year 5, you got her pregnant year 4. You were supposed to leave year 15, and you got her pregnant year 13. If you are serious about living a self-inflicted life, in other words, self-inflicting success, bruh, just like Timothy said, you better strap that mother up. Dude, I wasn't gonna make no mistakes in the state, even though I got a vasectomy. But I knew I didn't want to get no disease. I didn't want to bring nothing to another country that wasn't in the form of luggage. I didn't want to bring no diseases. I'm getting my body checked up on the regular. Man, you'd have thought I was Lee Majors, the $6 million man. All type of tubes connected. We have the technology. We can rebuild him. Dude, I was making sure everything I was in. If anything, if there was a word that you could describe me in the States, you could call me paranoid or you could call me wise. But I was not doing it. Once I started realizing I was moving out the United States, I became like I went to the top of the Shaolin Temple. I kid you not, man, with all my Bruce Lee moves. I was being wise, man, like I was a shaman. There was dudes, when I decided to become a passport bro and a blue book gentleman and an expat, dude, there was a time prior to that, females, they didn't even have to just talk me out to sex. They could just barely call, Andrea, I'm in the mood, I'm on my way. And half you dudes are just like I was. The female ain't even got to spell sex before you in the car already on your way, driving through traffic. She ain't said sex yet. You already know what she about to say. You almost 3 blocks from her house before she get the word, I'm in the mood for some sex up. I know. I'm right down the street, baby. I'm right down the street. But when I discovered, I kid you not, in all sincerity, when I discovered that I was going to move outside the United States, I was not going to jeopardize that for nobody. Some of you guys are fathers and you've raised your sons and daughters to be some good people. That doesn't mean that you need to have a new one in the United States. Some of you have already raised your kids. You've done what they need to do. You to put them through college. They're good kids. The last thing you need is a newborn in the United States. Strap it up, fellas, or don't do it as much. Get a vasectomy. I don't know what you need to do, but even strap up after that, man. I mean it. I'm giving you some great, dude. I'm giving y'all the hookup. Y'all can look at me and tell me, man, y'all know how I do. How do I talk? How do I always say Andre's talking style is? Cameras off. My talking style is cameras off. If these cameras were off, would I say the exact same thing to you at a bar with some drinks in my hand? And I'm talking to you as a brother, and it's just you. Yes, I would. I tell you what I had to do. I was not going to jeopardize my passport life for anybody when it came to sex in the United States. No. Strap it up, bruh. I don't like condoms. It made me go soft. Then you don't need to be having sex in the States then. You better get used to them condoms. Latex or not. I got a cool pullout game. All right. Y'all think it's a game. And plus you a grown man, Mr. Pullout Game. I'm telling you, if you're serious about relocating to another country, don't jeopardize it, man. You really deserve. And shout out to our show sponsor once again. My man, Salty Balls in the building. Shout out to him.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me. Let's get started with Angry Man, another Detroit player. A Detroit player. Let me make sure I hit all the super chats before I go through. And shout out to you guys for all the comments. My man Kenny in the building. Remember I was just telling you about my boy Kenny on the other side of the city? Shout out to Kenny with the super sticker. Got a good life, got his good girl, doing his thing on the other side of the city. I don't worry about Kenny. I don't worry about Kenny being out there wilding and acting a dang fool. I can go see Kenny, ain't too much change. Except for Kenny probably got more plants. Shout out to Kenny. Hey, Kenny, I got some plants here. Mess around with you. Now I got a bunch of plants. I ain't got to worry about Kenny on the other side of the city. But some of you dudes with Colombia, this ain't for you. This is not your country, brother. And I'm not putting you down. I'm not tearing you down. Like I said, that's why we got passports, because there's so many countries for us to find our own little Shangri-La. But for many of you dudes, so many dudes would not be in the graves of Colombia right now if they had come to the conclusion and not been so prideful and realized, Colombia, I ain't ready for this. I'm too immature. I'm Spirit Airline. Some of you dudes are Spirit Airline and you just don't want to admit it. You ain't Delta. You ain't American Airline. You are not first class. No, you're not first class seats. No, you're not business class. You're not priority. No, you're not priority seating. you are in the back with the rest of you on the other side of the curtain, bruh. Way back in the back. Don't come to Colombia. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Everybody that says they want to come to Colombia do not need to belong here. And the proof are all the guys that got. Like I said, some situations happen in life we had no control over. Bam, somebody walk in with a weapon. Bam, give me your stuff. Wrong place, wrong time. It happens. That's just life. I've been robbed by people, and when I was a thug, I was robbing people. So just in case you guys were wondering if I was one out there robbing, man, please. I was robbing faster than the Colombians robbed. Man, listen, my robbery game, please. Another one. My man Will in the building. Shout out to you with the $9.99, Will. Shout out to you, Will. He said, Andre, I was thinking that like that since the 90s. He said, I promised myself not to get any American women pregnant and get a vasectomy. Only took about, by the time my doctor got done with mine, telling me his story about his, he was done with mine. He said, I'm going to snip here, I'm going to snip there. Now let me tell you about mine. And by the time he got done telling me his story about his, he was done with mine. And all that, I was in so much pain, I had to take 3 days off of work. Boy, yeah, I'm from Detroit, man. I'm factory folk. I'm old school, roll up your sleeve, UAW factory folk. I was back at work that afternoon, working in a factory. So when dudes talking about after my vasectomy, I had to go lay down. I was in so much pain. Stop being a little minch. It was not that bad, man. It was, man. I was back in my car driving. Did I feel a little pinch? Bam. Oh man, that's a pinch. Then he went to the next ball. Pinch, that was it. Come back and see him after a few days. Make sure everything is good. Bada bing, bada, man, please. Yep, I'm with you on the vasectomy. He said, my kids are overseas and grown in Germany. Shout out to Germany, man. Shout out to Germany. I ain't mad at you on that one, brother. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys again for supporting. Let's go back to Angry Man real quick. Shout out to my brother being here. Chalupa 71's in the building. Let's go back to Angry Man. Now, once again, Angry Man is about to give some very encouraging words to men in regards to dating nationally, but this applies very much so to how we need to behave internationally, guys. That's why we're listening to this.
I'll tell you the truth. Let's be real about this. Let's put this into perspective, right? I have a perspective about manhood, right? I have a perspective about manhood. In other words, there is a certain estimation I have of what a man is supposed to be, right? Now, I'm not even going to front. I have set the bar very high of what my expectations for myself is. You feel what I'm saying? And what's hilarious to me is most of the dudes that be running their mouth talking shit in these spaces or whatever, right? They don't even measure up to a quarter of what I am, which is only 5% of what I think a man should be. In other words, if I was a dollar bill, you'd be a quarter. But what I think a man should be is much higher. So you're only a fraction, well, a quarter, if that, of what I already am, which is a fraction of what I believe a man should be. So what I'm basically saying to you is I'm still striving. I'm still striving to be what I believe a man is supposed to fucking be. Not for my wife, not for my family, but for me. And that's why I be trying to figure out, when do you underachieving ass niggas have time to be running your mouth like a big dog? When do you have time to do that? When do you have time to bring your ass to my chat room, throwing shade like a bitch, making little snide ass comments? Shouldn't you be somewhere achieving something, nigga? Shouldn't you be somewhere making some damn money? Because I can tell you right now, the people that already come here, that watch me on a regular basis, the reason they can come here and watch me on a regular basis is because they already get into the paper. They already accomplishing what they need to accomplish. And trust me, I can look in the chat room and I can tell the difference. I can tell the fucking difference. I can tell the difference between the individuals that I would consider Beano Nation, okay, that come here on a regular basis and kick it with your boy. You feel what I'm saying? And the people that come here to hate or troll or whatever, or any of that other goofy shit, right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I really started talking this grown man shit, because I don't really be talking this grown man shit, I touch on it every once in a while, pause. I address it every once in a while. But I rarely talk about it. If I really started, see, that's the reason. I'm going to tell you some real shit. For those of you that watch Anton as well, that's the reason why these dudes be hating on Anton. That's the reason why they don't like Anton. Because on a regular basis, Anton be talking that big dog shit. On a regular basis, Anton be talking that grown man shit. That's why niggas be hating on him and shit.
There's a lot of women that's in for a rude awakening, man. They in for a huge, rude awakening. What do I mean by that? It's getting tougher. It's getting harder. It's getting more difficult. I think that people are suffering. Both men and women are suffering, but I think that women are starting to bear the brunt of it. We seen that, a little bit of it during the pandemic, where the majority of the people that suffered and got laid off were actually women. It was a lot of people that was able to work from home, but it was a lot of people that was suffering. And then that's when we had the rent moratorium. I'm looking at the numbers, especially in the real estate market, and it's a lot of women that are getting evicted. I'm starting to see a lot of people send me.
Housing security in the U.S. since the pandemic is on track to become a crisis, and Black women are being affected the most by it.
Cookies are tagging me in this post like it's not a simple explanation, which is y'all name are not on leases in order to get evicted. So of course you can't be included in this study. When your mama kick you out, Pookie, those numbers are not going to be included in this study. A lot of y'all are felons. You can't even lease nowhere, right? So a lot of y'all have Black women putting their name on leases just for you to be able to live there. Credit bad, can't pass the income verification. So you need Black women to put their name on a lease just so you can live there. And some of y'all live in these places that are being evicted with said Black women that you don't even help pay bills at. So you helped her get evicted, right? Let's really talk about the study if you want to talk about the study. Of course, white women's numbers would be lower because they actually got white men providing and helping them pay bills, if not paying all the bills. But Pookie, you're just somewhere living and freeloading, and you don't have your name on a lease in order to get included in this study, Pookie.
Emails and
we're gonna pause it right there for a split second. She gave us a lot to discuss, and I'm not going to go in depth into it, but as Stefano said, that's bullshit. It really is. Statistically, men are over the 50 percentile are living in the middle class. None of you guys are right now in this live stream are sleeping in the car with your girl right now in the dead of winter. Yeah, she's talking about Pookies, but notice how she's giving the narration, or she's narrating it as if it's a mass. There are millions of you. That's why black women credit is bad, because of you. Because you're. I love when they try to use the felon thing, because I debunk. You know me, I could debunk that felon thing all day long. As a dude that has more numbers behind my name than a parking lot, I can tell you, there is not one time I've been denied for an apartment, a condo, purchasing a home, any of that, because of my past, my criminal past. I thought that. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you a true story. When I first got out, because of what I heard a lot of people say in the black community, I was kind of worried I couldn't get an apartment. Because just like that woman, other men and women in the black community, I'm hearing from prison saying you can't get an apartment because you got a number. I purposely went down to the police station. I hadn't been out of prison and out of the halfway house a month. So now I'm looking for my own place. I got the money, but I'm looking for my place. And I was so worried that I wouldn't get an apartment because of those lies. I went to the police station and I asked them to run a police report on me to see if my past would pop up. Officer came back and said, Mr. Spence, we have no criminal record of you. I said, wait a minute, I know I just got out of jail for 10 years. And he said, they only go back as far as your sentencing, the day that you were convicted. When were you convicted, Mr. Spence? 1999. I mean, I was convicted in 89. Well, Mr. Spence, it's 99. That's over 10 years ago you were convicted. Nobody goes back on how long you were in jail, Mr. Spence. They only look for your conviction date, the day that you stood in front of the judge, they found you guilty, and then they gave you the sentencing. That time is what people look for, whether it be a job application or whether it be for an apartment, Mr. Spence. You're fine. Your incidents, your conviction happened over 10 years ago. So when we search and when they search, they only search back 5 to 7 years. Unless you're looking for a job like a school teacher or something that's got to run your fingerprint type of job, government job that they got to run your fingerprint, then everything will show up. But just a regular search, Mr. Spence, they only go back 5 to 7 years. Oh, do they? Once I discovered that, my confidence was like, let me get that apartment, let me get this one, let me get that house. That saying that because you guys are felons, you'll never get up. That's a myth and that's a lie. But you see women I came out in 99. It's 2024. Women are still selling that myth to men, even though the conviction rates have gone down among black men. Women still got an excuse. They still just want to admit that when they got that apartment, they signed that lease and told the apartment complex that they were financially fiscally responsible, and they had the whereabouts, the economics to pay for that apartment. And the apartment complex said, you know what? I believe you. Here's the key. And if these ladies want to continue to talk about the Pookies and Ray Rays, you chose them, ladies. You chose them. You chose to spread your legs open for these men. You chose to give birth to the children. You chose to let him sit on your couch and play PlayStation all day long without having a job, a career, education, nothing, going after no goals. You self-inflicted wounds into your lives, ladies. Take it from a man that did it before. But the difference between me and the ladies, like that young lady that was just on the camera, I didn't blame anybody. There is nobody that you will never hear me say I was convicted because of the snitch. I was convicted because my boys was the one that was doing it. I had nothing to do with their crimes. I was in Cleveland. Yeah, I was doing my crimes in Cleveland, but the universe didn't care. Universe was like, hey, you got karma coming, bro. You can go to Indiana to be convicted for it, but you still doing crimes, bruh. And so the universe didn't care. You going to jail, whether it's back in Cleveland again or we be in Indiana, doesn't matter. You going to jail. I couldn't blame the universe. I never blamed the guys who I was with. I never blamed the snitch. I never blamed the judge. I never blamed the feds, the DA, the ATF. I never blamed. But that's probably one of the reasons why I get so frustrated with this generation of blamers. Everybody got an excuse to blame. Black men blaming black women. All you do, that's why I say, if you're a brother that's using your passport, stop using your passport in the name of blaming women why you're not happy and you haven't found the one. Therefore, I've got my passport. Don't do that. Use your passport because you want to explore, you want to enjoy life, you want to meet some different people, you want to meet some different cultures, you want to meet somebody traditional. Yes, but don't blame the women in the United States because you got your passport. I got my passport because of her and them. And stop that, bruh. Real men don't live under the umbrella of blame. That's a self-inflicted wound right there when you want to blame everybody for your life where it stands right now. I'm only a percentage of the man that I see myself becoming. I agree with Angry Man in regards to that. I love being in this position of being able to see that I am becoming into my manhood. And I'm 56 years old, becoming into my manhood. And many of you are the same way. You finally see the man that you could become, and now you're on your way there. That's self-inflicted success. That's living your life on purpose, with a purpose. What's your purpose? To live out the fullness of manhood. And most real men die as they progressing into the man that we're going to become. There was a time in my life I didn't know. I was just like many men. I was an adult male. Biologically, my body said male. My tissues and my DNA said male. Adult male, physically, biologically, but mentally, a lot of me was not man. I was a lion, but I was a lion. So definitely, guys, but let's take a quick break. Let you guys enjoy the break. I'll enjoy a quick break. We're going to be 2 minutes, guys. Give you guys a quick break. Let's do this. We haven't done this one in a minute.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg igen? Du vill ha icy little fingers. Då du vet det kalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig, baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig, baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50, baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp för dig, baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv, baby. Aldrig titta på någon annan, varför du med annan? Kom var med mig, baby. Aldrig lita på någon annan. city, nej. Jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag men kör det. Skön social smart good lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vad du finns, yeah.
All right. Make sure you guys click that like button. I like you. Make sure that you like us too. We're about to get back to the video in a second. Let's go. Shout out to my man in the building. He said, "Nip, I'm 50. No credit debt, own my own home, car outright, no kids." There's a lot of guys out there with no children. Statistically, people keep trying to put all these baby mamas on us. And there's so many of us that just do not have kids yet. He said, make $85K a year. Me and my friends are the same, plural. So it's not just him. It's not just me, not just you guys. That narrative is some bullshit. He's absolutely correct. I meet more guys that are like this brother here right here. I kid you not, I meet more of you guys that are just like this right here in this position than I meet Pookies and Ray Rays when they come down here. Shout out to my, thank you for that information, brother. Shout out to my man Jamon in the building. He's saying Cobb County, Georgia, North ATL. Let me see if I got a drop for you guys. Oh yeah, I got a drop for you guys.
What you really know about the dirty side? What you really know about the dirty side?
There you go for them Southern boys. He say all the landlords band together and stop taking Section 8. There we go. Stop taking Section 8 vouchers early last year. Kevin Samuel said it the most. Winter is coming. Shout out to you for the $5.50. He ain't never lied. Winter is coming, man. Shout out to my man Timothy. He said, I love gray skirt. I know. I dropped that for you. Tim, I thought about you, brother. I thought about you with the gray skirt. I'm going to try to find some more videos with them, with that couple dancing. Shout out to you guys. Let's get back to Anton Daniels. Anton was talking about how basically, and I'm paraphrasing, winter is coming for the ladies. You know, hard times are coming for the ladies, but men, because of what we've experienced throughout history, we're built for adversity. In other words, we know how to have self-inflicted success. We really do. Shout out to my man Dave again. He said, man, better drink some some ginger ale, some gin before you go in there. I'm dipping the conversation. My bad. Okay, let's get started back with Anton and back to the video. And Anton's going to lead us right back into Angry Man and what he was saying.
Cases that come across my desk and in my algorithm on YouTube of all things, of women that's saying, yo, I'm evicted, I'm homeless, I don't know where my kids is going to go, there is no father in the picture. And so because we have feminism, because we've advocated for equal, and you throw another caveat in there in that we got the migrant crisis, which means that there's less resources to go around for women. What you're starting to see is that there's basically becoming a judgment day for everybody. Now, men are less affected by it, largely because whatever it is that happens to us, we used to it, right? We used to adapting with the times. We used to dealing with a situation where, hey, you might deal with a layoff, or you might have a situation where you go through things. And you know what men do? They adapt. You know how I know? Because that's what I've done. That's what the guys around me do. That's the guys that get the coaching call. I had one guy, and you know who you are, shout out to you. I had one guy where I met him probably close to 2 years ago. We started getting coaching calls. And so we readjusted what his priorities were. I told him to lower his lifestyle and make adjustments and prepare. but not just prepare for anything that could happen from a downturn, right? Because we don't operate under duress. I told him prepare to take advantage of the opportunities when everybody else have a downturn. Now he wind up moving up, becoming more successful. I told him not to quit his job in order to get a different job because he has a web development position. And I said, hey, you need to get a second job. And he was like, but I make a whole lot of money. I make over $100,000 a year. I said, yeah, but we're not going to depend on that. We want to make sure that we leverage that in order to pay off your student loans and all of that, right? And so instead of increasing his lifestyle, then he's in an incredible spot. He got the second job. He paid off his car note. He paid off his student loans. He got zero debt, and he starts stacking hard. He never adjusted his lifestyle or anything like that. Fast forward, and I'm using your example in order to have a conversation about what the blueprint is supposed to look like as far as how men are moving. Fast forward, he kept that second job. Eventually, he got laid off from one of them, but he still had the other one, and he had never adjusted his lifestyle to fit how much money that he was making. So he was still in a good space. And it seemed like he took a hit until we started having a conversation. And I said, fam, you're still stacking. You're just not stacking at the rate that you were stacking at because you never increased your lifestyle. You maintained what it was that you was doing. You never leveled up in a way that other people felt like you were supposed to level up just because you was making a lot more money. And you winning, right? And he was like, yeah. And so he snapped out of it. He wind up recently getting another position that's making him more money, a second position. So he still got his work from home. He got a second work from home, and he's making way more money. So now he's making probably close to a little over $300,000 a year. And so he got a different perspective because that life circumstance and him failing in a controlled environment put him in a better position to really take advantage of it when he got the second job because he had started getting a little bit more lax. And so it seemed like it hit him, but he didn't. And he just staying focused. So now, you know what I'm saying? He just stacked over 100,000. We having conversations about how he can pivot from moving his money out of the market, some of it into going into other things such as real estate. How do we leverage that? What should he do? And so we having a whole level of conversation. And this has happened over a span of 2 years only. Meanwhile, the majority of the calls, and you guys need to continue to call me, the majority of the calls that I'm starting to get from women is they don't start contacting me about getting coaching calls until they in duress in most situations. And guys do it too, but overwhelmingly it's women. And women call you and they like, oh my God, my hair is on fire. I don't know what to do. And I'm starting to get a lot more of those. I even get calls from women that are in clergy, right? They've been preaching, they've been evangelists their whole life. They travel on evangelists, and now they broken down, their bodies is tired, and they don't have no retirement. They ain't got no money. They ain't got nothing that they gonna do. And somehow, some way, they was just waiting on God to deliver them for it. Look, bro, I'm telling you, life happens. I mean, life just life. That's just the way that it go. But I don't think that women really understand the reality of what men have adapted through and what they go through in order to be successful. Most of our issues and most of the things that we deal with are self-inflicted wounds. Most of the things that we deal with and most things that happen in our lives are self-inflicted wounds. It's the cars that you buy, it's the decisions that you make, it's the people that you decide to sleep with and have children by. Yes, you should be held accountable for who it is that you choose to mate with. They should be held accountable for their actions too, but you definitely need to be held accountable. And I don't think that women are used to that.
That's the reason why these dudes be hating on Anton. That's the reason why they don't like Anton. Because on a regular basis, Anton be talking that big dog shit. On a regular basis, Anton be talking that grown man shit. That's why niggas be hating on him and shit. If I really started talking that grown man business, if I really started talking that grown man business, you niggas, bruh. A lot of these little hating ass niggas would your feelings would get hurt. Either one of two things, your feelings would get hurt, or you would try to say that niggas is capping. Because I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you, right? I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. And I can make this statement because it's a factual statement. Niggas be running around YouTube talking about the dating and mating and the relationships. I'm gonna tell you why I'm sick of the relationship conversation, right? which is why if you notice, I don't talk about that all the time. I might address it every once in a while now, but I've moved past that. The reason why I don't like talking that relationship conversation, because truth of the matter is a lot of you grown men out here, you don't deserve a fucking relationship. You don't deserve to be in a damn relationship. I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. Now, you can take that statement and you can say, oh, that's messed up, Angry Man. How you gonna say we don't deserve to be in relationships like these women is all of that? Well, here's the thing. If you're actually pursuing the type of woman you're supposed to be pursuing, with the way you're talking, you're wasting her fucking time. See, every time I say something about women in relationships, y'all are thinking about the women you're attracted to. In other words, you're thinking about the women that are strags, that are hyenas, that are all of these. You're thinking about the bottom of the barrel women.
I got to say something in regards to agreement with that, because that's internationally. Some of you guys aren't in relationships in Colombia. I'm going to say it like this, just Colombia. I ain't going to use nobody else's country. Some of you guys aren't in relationships in Colombia because the woman that you want is not the woman that you should be with. You deserve better. And what you want keeps disappearing like vapor, keeps disappointing you, keeps hustling you, scamming you, tricking you, playing you, and you're a good dude. But as long as you keep going for the woman that your eyes only want, you ain't gonna never be happy with Colombia. Some of you dudes gonna be miserable with Colombia. Some of you dudes gonna leave Colombia jaded. You think you jaded in the States. You think you mad at American women that you already knew were, I miss boss. You can't tell me nothing. I miss independent. I don't need no man. You kind of got used to that. But to come to Colombia, country of where there's supposed to be traditional women, and you leave here jaded, disappointed, heartbroken, pockets broke, drugged, robbed. Some of you brothers are not going to bounce back from that, because what's going to happen is going to happen while you're in your 50s, while you're in your 40s. See, it might be easy for the Austin Hollemans to bounce back there in their 20s. They'll forget about what they experienced in Colombia and Brazil in a few years. But some of us, we keep on getting off the plane, getting with women, wasting our time with women that are beneath us. I'm not talking about having fun with the fun girls if you're on vacation. I'm talking about trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. And she ain't housewifing. I'm talking about you dudes that tell a female, I will pay you to stop being a pay for play. I'll send you money every month to DR. As long as you decide to act like the woman that I deserve. You see how I did that? If you can at least pretend to be a real woman, because I need a woman that's up here, but you're down here, but you give such good head and you lick my booty hole. Since you lick my booty hole so good, I'll pay you $300 a month to pretend that you up here, instead of just getting a woman that's up here. And then when the woman that's down here who licked your booty so good and sucked your toes so good and cooked you a couple of good pineapple meals with some coconut or whatever it was, you found out that she was still down here. She was still paying for play. And you found out that she had 5 dudes like you sending her $300 a month a piece. All y'all was saying, I just want you to pretend. Could you act like you up here? I see it all the time down here. all the time down here. The woman that you want in South America may not necessarily be the woman that you deserve. The woman that you deserve is up here. You got off the plane in the top 10%. You need to be looking among the top 10%. That's what you deserve. Top 10% women that are traditional, that have something going on, that own some stuff, that want to be somebody in life, that want to be somebody in life with you, that come from a decent family, that own some property, that got a bank account and bank accounts, that knows what crypto is and can give you some tips. Not down here with the party girls that can help you bust a good nut. Yes, we all want them. We all as men want them. But you deserve up here. And what's getting y'all got every time is not the women up here. You notice that? Now, name the dude that said I was dating a school teacher or a principal in Colombia and she got me for my money. Name the dude that said I got robbed in Colombia by a female accountant. She drugged me. College professor. Named it. What article did you read in Brazil, Colombia, Europe, Thailand? Come on, let's go to Southeast Asia. Name the woman that had her own businesses, that owned the nail salon, that owned the massage parlor, that owned the nightclub, that ever hustled dudes in Southeast Asia. Name the article. I ain't read it yet. Not here in Colombia and not in Southeast Asia. Name the story that a brother told you he went to Africa, got with the woman that was the head over one of the departments. Department of Transportation, Department of Recreation, Department of whatever it is. She's a part of her city council. Name the woman that was a city council member and he was in Tanzania and she robbed him for all he got. It's always some broke bitch that ain't got nothing. They got a pot to piss in that's hustling y'all, that's robbing y'all, that's doing all of us wrong. It's always a broke man. It ain't never somebody that got something going on. I ain't never seen you dudes get drugged by a chick. All of us on these live streams have watched so many videos, haven't we, of dudes getting robbed. How many videos have we seen where the female got in her car on the driver's side when she got done robbing a dude? Ever. Got on her own motorcycle and pulled off. Ever. Not one video have we seen any footage where the female robbed the dude, scoped it, drugged him, left him laying there, took all his stuff, got into a car, and she was on the driver's side. How many videos have you seen? I ain't seen one. Y'all only mess with beautiful bottom feeders. You deserve up here, but you only get down here and you try to pay her to pretend to be that she's up here. And you lie to yourself, Pinocchio. When you go to Treasure Island and you end up being a jackass because she was only pretending and she ended up sinking back to who the hell she's actually is. She's just the woman that you want, not the woman that you deserve. And that's why I say a lot of y'all, if you don't grow the fuck up, you're going to leave Colombia jaded. You think you pissed about how American women treat you. At least American women ain't scoped you. They ain't robbed you. You ain't wake up 9-10 hours later, 2 days later. You ain't getting deleted by the American woman who drugged you and took everything in your house. You think you mad at women in the States that ain't done no robbery to you? You wait till how jaded and how disappointed and how some of you dudes gonna leave here with like mental issues. Some of y'all gonna leave here smoking cigarettes you ain't even smoke. But you gonna leave Colombia smoking with a cigarette hat. Damn Colombian women. She done worked my last nerve, dog. Some of y'all gonna leave here alcoholics. Some of y'all gonna leave here addicted to, because the whole time you got off the plane in Colombia, your happy ass should have been all up in here searching. I'm telling the brother the other day, I met a woman. It was a bunch of us brothers from the States. We meet up every Monday at a sports bar. And one of the brothers introduced me to a lady. She's a really, really attractive lady. She was in her like early 50s. She was dressed regular, she wasn't a diva. She wasn't nothing, just regular. And we just having a good time, everybody conversing. She said, I got to go. I got business to take care of in the morning. And she left. And my partner said, and I was like, I said, what type of business she in? And she wasn't the most articulate Colombiana. She wasn't Miss I'm Diva Colombiana. She just was an older lady, but she was attractive. This woman owns 2 huge, major car dealerships here in Cali, Colombia. I'm not talking about used car dealerships. But when you saw her, you'd never know it. That's the pool that you and I are supposed to be getting our women from. The pool that you deserve. But what do? Forget a 50-year-old, attractive, gorgeous woman that owns 2 car dealerships. I don't give a damn about that. I want me a beautiful bottom feeder that can lick my toes, my nose, and elbows. She can lick my booty hole. She can lick my ear hole. That's the type of woman I need. And I'll pay her to lie to me, to act like she's up here, but the whole time she's down here. You guys do it in DR. We see dudes do that in DR all the time. They'll go to, come on. We see dudes go to the Dominican Republic all the time, sending money back to the DR to some Dominican chick. That's my girlfriend, man. Don't be talking about her. They be going on live streams saying it. Dude, could y'all do yourselves a favor? Stop embarrassing yourself on these live streams, guys. Dude, I got a Dominican girl. I send her $300 a month. Don't, bruh, keep that to yourself. Don't you never tell nobody that you got a Dominican girl and you send. I got a girl in Thailand right now, and I sent her $900. Bruh, you are making the passport bros look real bad. Don't say nothing. Some dudes just ain't built for this. And that's not a bad thing. Some dudes who got passports, and you've traveled to a lot of countries, but when it comes to relationships, you need to keep your ass in the States. Find somebody in the States, be happy in the States, and y'all travel the world together. Get you a stateside wife. You have no business trying to build relationships in other countries when you deserve what's up here and you steady running your happy ass down to what's down here. And you got other people that try to convince you, other YouTubers that'll even try to convince you that it's all right to fuck with what's down here. And you see the results that guys are getting from messing with bottom feeders. We see the videos. DC Rob and Razor Ray have built a successful YouTube video platforms or channels dedicated to dudes like us that get off planes that say, I don't want good women, that got their own in Colombia. I need a broke chick. And so you get with broke chicks, and guess what? You give nothing but footage to DC Rob and Razor Ray all day long. I'm surprised there's not another YouTuber that's dedicated to making that money off of YouTube, but that's showing male fuckery. I'm surprised there's not at least 2-3 more YouTubers. That's the one in DR. I'm surprised they don't have at least 2 or 3 in Southeast Asia that's just dedicated to doing nothing but showing male fuckery. It's so much of it. DC Rob and Razor Ray never run out of footage, never run out of videos of dudes getting robbed by chicks, getting hustled by chicks that you have no business even meeting. You should have never even met this heifer in life. In life. You should have been getting off a plane and been up, at least been here, right in the middle. Dudes, and I know I'm sound like I'm rambling. I'm going back to Angry Man. I just sometimes I just get so disappointed in us. I'm a married dude, and when I go on the dance floor, I'm dancing with these women. I have danced with some of the most gorgeous politicians, school teachers, nurses, attorneys, doctors. How do I know? Like I always say, Colombian songs or salsa songs are at least like 6-7 minutes anyway. By the time I get there and twirling, I know their mama name, their name, their granddaddy's name, what profession they in, do they got any kids, the dog's name, the 2 plants' name. You just don't know. You look with my raggedy Spanish, it is so much that you learn during a song. And yes, I've even danced with some beautiful broke chicks. Like, oh, she beautiful. Let me dance with her. And then get done talking. You talk to her for a few minutes, and she's just a regular chick. She broke, and you're like, okay, well, I'm only here for a dance anyway. And you just walk. I just walk away. But my point is, I have met even me, who is not supposed to be meeting these women that you guys are supposed to have. I got mine. I'm not even supposed to be meeting these ladies. And even a married dude can come across quality women. But you happy listening to them YouTubers that's telling y'all deal with them beautiful bottom feeders, them broke ass chicks. Keep on doing what you're doing. You will never see me try to correct another man about his decision. If that's what you want, if you love beautiful broke chicks, that's why I made that statement. In what video footage have we ever seen a dude get robbed or scoped at any point in time? And the female ran out of the guy's apartment with all of his stuff. She put his stuff in the back seat of a car and she jumped in the driver's side. Never. You can go back to all the Razor Ray's videos, DC Rob videos. You can go to our channel. I could take you to the Facebook website for the Colombian scopolamine victims website. None of the videos, none of the videos have ever shown a woman get into her own car, riding on her own bike. Is always some broke chick that ain't got shit that you guys get robbed by easily. And all she had to do was be one thing. Because half the time y'all don't even get the sex because you knocked out with the drugs before the sex kick in. All she had to do was be beautiful. That was it. Nothing else. Nothing else. She had no qualifications for nothing else. All she had to do was be beautiful, and your ass fell for it. And you wake up 9 days later with tubes around in your nose, wondering what the hell happened. And you got me sitting up here frustrated because I know all you guys are some good guys, good dudes. That's what. See, if most of us that I meet were Pookies and Ray Rays, I got you. Go on, get them, ladies. Sick them, girls. No. You guys that I meet are some good dudes. I'll say that again. You guys are some good. Some of you guys are fathers that raise your kids to make sure them kids are well taken care of to this day. Some of you guys are like me. You went through a marriage, a divorce, it didn't work out, but you ain't bitter with nobody. You ain't bitter. You ain't upset with nobody. You ain't got no hatred for the states, and you cool. You good. I met so many good guys. You guys are really, really good dudes. And the part that frustrates me the most, y'all love ain't shit women. I don't know what it is about good dudes that love ain't shit women. I'm not talking about good dudes that love bad girls. No. When you come to Colombia, there is no bad girl. She ain't shit. That's a whole nother level of bad girl. Your girl ain't worth shit. And I told myself I'm going to cut back on the profanity, and I've been doing pretty good for the past couple of weeks. But the thing that frustrates me the most is not that you guys are Pookies and Ray Rays and you deal with these women. The fact that you are men that are really good dudes. When I meet you and we go out to lunch, or I meet you guys and we go hanging out, it's not like I be meeting some dude that's like, oh man, I don't want to be around this dude. 99% of you dudes that I meet, I'd be so happy to meet. You guys are successful in so many areas of life, or have been successful. I have rarely met somebody that I was like, oh man, I gotta get away from this person. One guy, and he just disappointed everybody. He was so pissy drunk. But as for the rest of you dudes, you are all quality gentlemen. Always. Just in case you guys ever wonder what I think of you, cameras off, y'all some good brothers. Solid dudes. Solid dudes. I hang out with y'all every time you get off the plane with no problem. No problem. When you get back on that plane, you will never have to worry about Andre saying behind your back, man, I'm glad he gone. Nope, not y'all. You guys are some solid dudes, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That's why I get so frustrated that y'all love fuckery so much. You love lying to yourself so much. You sending all that money to the chicken down here in Colombia, and you know that it, well, that's my girl. What? Okay, that's your girl, right? Yup, Dre, that's my girl. When was the last time you was in Colombia? 8 months ago. You trying to tell me this woman how long y'all been knowing each other? 9 months? You tell me this person that you knew less than a month. You ain't been back 8 months. You've been sending money for 7 months. You really believe as a grown man, as a good man, she ain't sucking the sleeve off another man's dick? You really gonna tell yourself that? Because you can't tell me that, because I ain't gonna believe that bullshit. But you trying to tell me that the woman that you love so much in Colombia, who you only knew 1 month, and you ain't been here again in 8 months, you sending money to for 7 months, she ain't got no urges. As a man, right, Uriah, you just a sponsor. As a man that used to sleep with the wives and the girlfriends in the States that had needs, if the ladies in the States are creeping, the ladies in Colombia and DR and Southeast Asia and Africa are creeping too. Was she nasty? Oh, the month that you was here, she was doing all that nasty stuff. She was letting you bust on her forehead. You just beating it on her forehead, huh? Like a hammer and a nail, huh? It's just going all in her hair and her eyebrow, huh? You think she was able to do all that nasty stuff, and she's supposed to be Mother Teresa for 8 months while you gone? You must think I'm Tom Tucker, that dumb mother. You deserve up here. See, I'm gonna tell you something in all sincerity. You know what made it so easy for me and Andrea that when we were going through the courting stage, and I would be here, I would be gone for 3 months, come back, gone for 4 months, then come back, gone for sometimes 6 months, then come back. When we were going through the courting, then we got serious, gone for 6 months. You know what made it easy to believe that she wasn't out there wilding? Because Andrea had a life. Andrea could tell me about her day-to-day activities at the firm that she was working with as an accountant. She could tell me, you know, well, it's tax season and we're working on this, and times we would video chat and I could just see how tired she is. I said, what's the matter? She said, listen. She said, this tax season is just killing me. She said, so we're doing extra hours. I'm just sleepy. That's all. And then when I come down, she could tell, even before we come down, she could tell me about the stories of all the you know, the business owners that are cheating on their wives. And Andrea be like, they be cheating on their wives. And sometimes the wives think it's me. And she be looking at them like, I ain't the one, but I know who your husband is sleeping with. And the husband would pay Andrea, don't tell. What's my point? Got with somebody that had something going on. Didn't have no time to be running around with that dude, this dude, that. Andrea barely had time to run around with me. At least long 5 or 6 other dudes. The women that got something going on. They ain't got no time to be ripping and running up under every other dude. But the beautiful bottom feeders that licked the back of your knee. Oh, the way she made the back of your knee feel so good. Ain't nobody ever sucked the back of my, girl, don't do that again. Oh my God, take my wallet. Just take my wallet, girl, the back of my knee. You know, that's my spot. You know, the back of my knee is my spot. I never cried before. This is the first time I ever cried. She's so special. And we sitting up here as good men. Like I said, it's understandable with Pookie and Ray Ray. It really is. We'll get back to the video with Angry Man in a second. It's understandable with Pookie and Ray Ray. But for us good dudes, that's like in this chat, all of us good men, that's unacceptable behavior in Colombia. You guys are passport bro business class. Like my man Aaron says. You're business class. You're first class passport bro. Act like it. I'll say it again. A lot of what Angry Man is going to talk about, it applies to us that are traveling as well, not just to our brothers in the States. If you are a first class behavior person, act like it. You act like that in the States. You go to the best of the best spots. You try to wear the best of the best shoes. You try to have the best home in the best neighborhoods. You try to have the best of the best cars. Yes, passport bro elite. I like that, Kings. Passport elite. You like busting your butt and making sure that you get what you deserve in life. The best of the best while you're at home. You wear the best of the best colognes, best of the best clothes, best of the best jewelry. And then you come to other countries and you don't get with the best of the best that are like you. You get with bottom feeders. You're going to leave Colombia jaded. Your mind going to get... Some of you dudes going to leave Thailand. And you ain't going to be able to mentally recoup. You ain't going to trust women no more. Some of y'all are, I'm a bachelor for life. Give me all the ladies. Cameras off. Let's talk cameras off. Some of you dudes are bachelors for life. But you other dudes are bachelors for life because you just don't know how to trust nobody no more. You've been so hurt by so many women that you like, fuck it, I'm going to stay single. I ain't going to never go through this pain again. I wish I would get hurt like that again. So you like, man, I'm going to be a bachelor from now on. I don't trust women now. I don't believe what they got to say. I'm going to just smash chicks till the day I die. Not because that's who you are. There are men that are just confirmed bachelors. That's who they are. They're going to be like that for the rest of their lives. And that's cool. Those dudes are being honest. But there are a lot of dudes hollering confirmed bachelor. No, you just a dude that's jaded. You got hurt in Colombia and disappointed because the bottom feeder chick that you tried to pay off to become like this, she kept falling back down, being a hoe again. And you pay her some more, and she said for a couple of days she was a good chick, and she fell back down to being a hoe again. Then you gave her some more money, and you thought she wouldn't do it, and she fell back down to being a hoe. And now you mad at all women. I'm single for life. Fuck that. I'm only gonna have sex. You ain't no real confirmed bachelors. Camera off. You just a dude that got hurt too many times. Let's be for real. So when I say when you come to Colombia, you better go on the level that you deserve to be on. Notice I said you guys deserve these level of women. They're just as attractive, just as beautiful. They just don't have the same amount of time, energy for you. And you want somebody that could be up under you 24 hours a day, right? Somebody that's on call with her pussy. That's what, come on, let's be real. Some of you dudes come down here and you want pussy to be on call 24 hours a day. I didn't. No. There's a lot of dudes like me. No, I smash you. You got to go to work in the morning. Yeah, go ahead. I'll see you later. I see you. I'm here for a week. I can't see you tomorrow. Oh, on Wednesday? Okay, cool. I see you on Wednesday. All right, baby. I'll see you later. Maria, what you doing, girl? Come on through tomorrow. That was me. I would rather have 2 women that have 2 careers than one broke bitch that y'all get robbed by, that I can't trust, that I got to put cameras all in my Airbnb. I got to have a safe. I got to put everything all in the safe and everything. I'd rather have 2 chicks. One got a bike, one got a car, than a broke chick that I got to sit back. I got to pay for her Uber there, her Uber back. I got to pay. She ain't got no Uber money. But she talk about, I don't want to see you, Poppy. See, you want the Poppy chick, right? That has 24-hour access. I didn't want that. Do not give. Soon as I found out a female I could have 24-hour access, I cut her off. Hell no. 24. What? You ain't doing nothing with your life? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought you, my bad. I let your beauty fool me. I thought you somebody that wanted to be somebody. I thought you were here. You just another beautiful bottom feeder. Bitch, I don't deal with no bottom feeders. And I already just had sex with you. I'm out. Appreciate you. You ain't gonna call me? Hell no. You just a beautiful bottom feeder. I done did my dastardly deed. I done bust on your top lip, now I'm out. You don't have nothing going on. But some of you dudes will hold on to them beautiful bottom feeders, and you'll show pictures all in the WhatsApp groups, and you'll show pictures all over Instagram and YouTube with your little quotes. This is what Passport Bro will do. You have your little Facebook quote. Today is a beautiful day. Me and my girl have gone to an excursion over so and so and so and so for the last week. Passport Bros up. How long did you say you was going with her? To Guatapé? Outside of Medellin? You met her in Medellin, right? Yep. And you've been in Guatapé, which is like 2 hours from Medellin. For how long? 2 weeks. What job she got where she could be gone for 2 weeks in Colombia? My ass. You me, you can hear. What job your so-called girl in Colombia can leave for 2 weeks? If she tell you she a college student, what college gonna let her go away for 2 weeks if she's in the middle classes? So when you dudes be sitting up here try to lie to us who are good dudes and good dudes like you, bruh, don't lie to us. Don't be putting stuff on Facebook as if you impressing us, because all of us know you telling a bare-faced lie, because there's always somebody that can validate and say, yeah, I smashed this girl. Why you get, dude? I'll never forget one dude put all up into the WhatsApp groups. This my girl, beautiful chocolate, Afro-Colombian, tall, sexy, amazing. This my girl, dog. Look at how she looks, amazing. I just didn't want to break his heart and tell him, bruh, I ran up in her like a couple days ago, bruh. Literally the same chick. I said, wow. I said, where she work at? I don't know, dog. She ain't tell. I know exactly where that chick worked. I went to lunch a couple times with her at work at her job in Medellin. But it is not my place to bust a bubble. That's just being dirty. That's just being a dirty dude. Oh man, I rent up your girl. I ain't that type of dude. So to this day, the brother doesn't even know that this, y'all know this story, but y'all don't know who the woman is or who the guy is. I never do that to somebody. Well, Dre, you could have protected him from what? Some of y'all brothers, we could tell the truth, the barefaced truth to you, and I know that you ain't gonna believe us anyway. Because when she sucked the back of your knee, that was it. Anybody else to say, after she sucked the back of your knee, your favorite spot, couldn't nobody tell you nothing about this female. So I knew to keep my mouth shut. Because any information I shared, he still was going to be with her. How many partners we got like that? You know some truth about one of his girls or his ex-girl, and you kept your mouth shut. And you knew why. Because he wasn't going nowhere. And all he was going to do was probably end up breaking up his friendship with you before he broke up his relationship with that heifer. So you just kept your mouth shut and kept your homeboy. And when he needed you, you was there. When he finally discovered on his own that she was no good, you was there to be his boy. I like that. Hoes will be hoes. Will be hoes. Jeff, just a different area codes. Absolutely correct, brother. I'm gonna get to the super chats in a second, then we'll go back to Angry Man. But that's what frustrates me the most, guys. Just in case you ever wonder what my biggest frustration are, you guys deserve up here. I'm not asking you or suggesting anything that you don't already deserve. But then a brother said this to me yesterday on Aaron's platform on the panel. And he was right. And I had to admit, I said, you know what, brother? I never thought about that. You're right. To be in the top 10% in Colombia, all you have to make is 35,000. 35,000 ain't nothing in the United States. So let's say some of you guys, let's say that they say the average black man is like 41 to 47,000. Let's say you're making 47,000 a year. Let's say you make it 50. $50,000 a year, you're an average dude in the United States. That means you're getting average women. And sometimes many of the women you get are just from round the way, from the neighborhoods. Brother, you're going to have to learn how to spell Colombia for real. Unless you're talking about in the States. Colombia is spelled with 2 O's. Colombia, not Colombia. So you in the States, you dealing with regular women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, 50K, you got your regular roundaway chick, she make 50K, you cool. He said, but then, Andre, you're expecting guys that, yes, they're coming to a country and they're the upper echelon who've never experienced upper echelon to know how to act among the upper echelon. And I didn't even think about that. Some of you guys are just regular, everyday ass guys. And I personally was, because I'm thinking about my experience, because I was dealing with women that 6-7 figure women, even when I was a boy toy. And so I assumed that dudes were already understanding and comfortable what it's like to be with women that were upper echelon, even though, because believe you me, there's some 6-figure hoes, bruh. I mean, some 7-figure hoes and some 8-figure hoes. Believe you me, there's some women that are straight hoes and they got money. Do not think because a woman's got money and degrees that she ain't hoeing. Take it from your boy. Some of the wildest hoes I know got degrees, Miss AKA Ski Wee and all that bullshit. Miss AK this and all hoes, bruh. I'm telling you, there's some hoes that will wipe they will suck your dick in the ladies' room of her goddamn law firm or downtown at the courthouse before she goes to defend her client. Don't you ever think that women that got money hoeing is gonna end. That's a big misnomer. That's a big mistake that men think, that only there are hoes down here and there's not any hoes up there. Take it from your boy. And a lot of other brothers in the chat can validate this. Some of the nastiest bitches that I've ever had sex with, that I had them bent over the gigantic 12-foot marble counter in the kitchen. Island stove in the kitchen. Man, I done smashed some chicks in Tampa in some of the most fanciest. You can't get into these apartments without being verified that you got verified, and smash they nasty asses in the elevator going up to the apartment. Don't you ever, if you ain't never been with a high-class hoe, and I'm not talking about high-class prostitute or lady of the night. No, I'm talking about women that have their education. And I tell you who is getting sucked and fucked right now. The women that are like, what's her name? Ebony Williams, whatever the news reporter for Bravo. Her. Them the ones I used to run through. They could go in front of the camera and yes, because the black man needs to improve himself in order. I am not going to marry a bus driver, but she will let a bus driver fuck the dog shit out of her. Yes, she will. Now check this out. If I was Ivana, I would have said, would you fuck a bus driver? If he looked like Boris Kojay. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. She would have never said if he owned the bus, drive. If she owned the bus, that would have never happened. She asked the wrong question. See, a brother would have asked her, would you fuck a bus driver? She probably would have said, I fucked bus drivers many a day. Women like that, bro, dude, they do not let their pussy dry up. Don't you ever think that these females sitting around see, that's why Kevin would say, that's why Kevin, and I like that Kendra G does this. When was the last time you had sex? She'll ask, Kendra say, when was the last relationship? 3-4 years ago, Kendra. When was the last time you had sex? When was the last time you went hoeing? Well, 2 weeks ago. Well, no, bitch, you just said you ain't had a relationship in 2 years. But you done threw that pussy out there 2 weeks ago. But you got Miss AKA Ski Wee and all that bullshit. AKA Ski Wee. I'm telling y'all from experience, bro. For all you dudes that so used to thinking that only hoes are in the hood, bro, don't ever think that. It's them females that be in the business suits. It's the, I know some of the nastiest mother nurses and doctors. I'm telling you the truth. What's my point in telling that part? I thought that good dudes like all of us were accustomed to knowing that you can get a freaky chick from the upper echelon. I thought everybody knew that. That's me being naive coming out of prison, I guess. I'm thinking that most brothers already knew that, that you can get you a nasty chick from the top upper echelon. So I figured when I came to Colombia, that's what I would do. And so get you a chick that don't have no time, got a job, got a career, got her own, because that's all I mess with in the States. And so I assumed most of us who were good dudes knew that. And the brother just knocked me in the skull yesterday. He was like, Dre, you got to realize these dudes, for the first time in their lives, they're economically in the top 10% in a country. They've never experienced that before, Dre. They've never experienced what it's like to have sex with a top tier woman. When they sit back and they tell you guys, they even try to convince you guys, well, when you get to Colombia, there's a tier of women that won't sleep with you as an American. That's BS. Take it from your boy. That's BS. There's a level of, no, if you got the language and you've got your behavior down, the demeanor, and you're walking in those circles, you gon' fuck. Why? Because rich chicks get horny too. Remember the song by the time, gigolos get lonely too. Rich chicks get lonely too. And when their needs come out to feed, it don't matter if a chick is rich or she poor, she trying to fuck. So that myth about that there's a level of Colombian women that you guys will never sleep with, because that's bullshit. Take it from your boy. But I assume that every other brother knew that. And the brother told me, he said, Dre, them dudes are used to just dealing with regular everyday chicks in the States because they only make like 50, 60,000 a year. So they just deal with the regular sisters. He said, so when they come to these other countries, that's all they know is just regular everyday people that just got regular everyday jobs and career. And I'd never even thought about that. I thought that most of us were mentally prepared for the level that we deserve, and most of us aren't. We're used to just only being with just regular everyday chicks. And I'm like, oh, I never thought about it, brother. And that's why I said we need to start having self-inflicted success, meaning that you live your life even in Colombia on purpose, with a purpose, and watch the doors that open up for you when it comes to quality women. But he was right. No wonder guys flood these bottom areas of everyday women down here so much, because they've never experienced. I stood corrected, man. I swear. I was on that panel. One dude said in the comments, he said, Andre ain't got nothing to say. I couldn't say nothing. He was right. Your $50,000 in the States is just regular. And then when you come to these other countries, I'm thinking like you're going to go to Thailand and realize that you deserve none of the 99% of the party girls that you see in the club don't deserve nothing from you but sex. That's it. They don't deserve nothing from you. But in many of you guys, those are regular chicks. And you are used to dealing with regular women. And I was like, oh, I never, damn. I didn't think about that. But let's finish off this with Angry Man, because I don't, like I said, I don't want this one to be too late, because we've got a live stream at 10:30 in the morning with Anton Daniels. So let's go back here. Shout out to you. And I'm gonna come back to the super chats, guys. I haven't missed the super chats, but I want to finish this off with Angry Man. I'm gonna slide it back just a little bit.
Right? I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. And I can make this statement because it's a factual statement. Niggas be running around YouTube talking about the dating and mating and the relationships. I'm gonna tell you why I'm sick of the relationship conversation, right? Which is why, if you notice, I don't talk about that all the time. I might address it every once in a while now, but I've moved past that. The reason why I don't like talking that relationship conversation, because truth of the matter is, a lot of you grown men out here, you don't deserve a fucking relationship. You don't deserve to be in a damn relationship. I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. Now, you can take that statement and you can say, oh, that's messed up, Angry Man. How you gonna say we don't deserve to be in relationships like these women is all of that? Well, here's the thing. If you're actually pursuing the type of woman you're supposed to be pursuing, with the way you're talking, you're wasting her fucking time. See, every time I say something about women in relationships, y'all are thinking about the women you're attracted to. In other words, you're thinking about the women that are strags, that are hyenas, that are all of these. You're thinking about the bottom of the barrel women. And that's why you feel as comfortable as you feel, not being at a certain level, and then also saying that those women don't deserve a man at that level. Of course they don't deserve a man at that level, because you're not talking about women that's worth a damn. See, most people ain't paid no attention to that, but I have. So whenever you sit up here and you say, oh, these women don't deserve a high value man, it's because you niggas that think you're high value, you keep dating the bottom of the barrel. And I know the counter to that is going to be, but Angry Man, most of these women out here be on that bullshit. I didn't tell you to date most of the women out here. I told you to vet these women and only spend time with and date and put energy into a woman that's worth it. And guess what? In this day and age, out of 100 women, you'll probably find one woman that's worth a damn. It is what it is. It just depends on what you want. It just depends on what you want. But here's the thing. The way you dudes be talking, the excuses you motherfuckers be making, even if you fucked around and came across that 1 out of 100 on the first run, you'd be wasting her fucking time. You'd be wasting her time because you're so jaded by the raggedy women that you've gotten to this point that you don't want to achieve or be or compete or do any of that shit. You're basically the female version of what you're complaining about, because that's what those women do. They say, I might as well be this way and that way because none of these dudes is worth a damn. So that's the reason why they be on they bullshit. They be running around here engaging in strag activities because they think they're never going to come across a dude that's worth a damn. And then when they do come across a dude that's high value, they're wasting his fucking time, if he even entertains the shit. The point that I'm trying to make is you attract what the fuck you are. You cannot expect to get a woman of good value if your ass ain't hitting on shit. And I know that you niggas don't be hitting on shit because of the way you be fucking talking. You think every dude out here that's nice to a woman is a simp. That lets me know everything about you. You will see a dude being polite to a woman and you don't know nothing about that woman and you say, oh, he's a simp. I guess you think the only type of way to be dating a woman or be in a relationship with a woman is to be taking her head and dunking it in the damn toilet when you're not fucking her. But anyway, so shout out to Yosef. He said, I appreciate your content, brother. Keep it up. I appreciate you, fam. Shout out to Dark Power. Appreciate you. Shout out to Swift. He said, calling it down the middle. Great motivation. Appreciate you. It's interesting to me because you know what annoys me about the internet spaces? What annoys me about the internet spaces is the fact that nobody has a balance. Like niggas will hear me talk like this and they'll just automatically assume, oh, angry man trying to get on this Derek Jackson tip. No, I still ain't got no love for a strag or a hyena. I will still call that fucking behavior out in a New York minute. But I'm not gonna play the politics of confirmation bias. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like the men ain't doing nothing wrong and it's just the women. Same way I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend the women ain't doing nothing wrong and it's just the men. Like I want everybody in these spaces to grow up so badly. I really do. I really do. But it's like it's
we're gonna pause right there for a split second so I can get these super chats out because I feel the exact same way. I wish we could start getting more men like we are to grow up when it comes to travel, vacation, or relocation. I wish we could get more men that are mature like we are on this platform and on this channel. Not saying we're the only channel full of mature men, but I wish there were still more of us. I really do. I'm so tired to talk about the same freaking topics over and over and over again. We were supposed to start talking about Guyana this month and investments. I got some stuff lined up and some interviews with Guyanese already lined up. I already talked to a brother that's Guyanese. He was there all, he family from there. He's bought some property there, but even though he lives on the outskirts of Tampa, and I talked to him. I got a couple of YouTubers that I already talked to down there. Can't talk about that because dude's too busy trying to get deleted down here. But slowly but surely it's coming to an end. I can't continue to give all the good information that you guys deserve to have if I continue to focus on what Pookie and Ray Ray among us are doing. Shout out to my man Kirby in the building, Kirby P Films. He said, what's up, Dre? He said, looking forward to coming your way in a Afro-Colombian festival coming up, guys. August 14th through the 19th. 300,000 black folks from around the world coming to Cali, Colombia. It's going to be a good time. Hey, make sure if you're coming to the Afro-Colombian festival, guys, make sure that you book your Airbnb early. I'm telling you, you're going to be pissed. We're talking about 110% occupancy. There ain't gonna be no Airbnbs in the city, bro. I'm telling you, or hotel rooms. And y'all gonna be mad, man. Price is gonna go up on you. So start to book if you're serious about coming to the Afro-Colombian in Cali this August, like I said, from the 14th through the 19th, that Wednesday through the following Monday, bruh, book your Airbnb early, because even if you book an Airbnb through booking.com where they allow you to cancel, at a certain dates, even if you book through that and don't book through Airbnb, at least go to booking.com and at least they allow you to hold it. But don't wait till the last minute. I'm telling you, that's gonna hit you. At your Afro-Colombian Festival, that will be, I didn't get that last part, will be hiring out to, you'll be hollering out to me. Yeah, reach out to me. Definitely. If you're coming down, let me know, guys. Let me know so we can hang out. Shout out to Rain in the building. Shout out to Rain. He said, hey, Andrea, I sent you an email. Want that consultation is in your email. I'm working on coming there on the 22nd of February. Okay, Rain, I need to put you on the let me grab a pen real quick. Let me put you on the schedule. I'm going to put you on the whiteboard. So I'll check my email if you just sent it to me, but I'm going to put you on the whiteboard anyway as far as people that are coming down in February. And you said you're coming down on the 22nd. Okay, cool. A few of you guys will be here on the 22nd. So I'm going to put you on my whiteboard right here. It's Don. Okay, cool. In the email. Cool. I got you, Don. I got you, brother. For those guys that need an airport ride to and from the airport, remember this. This is very important. The day that we have to park our truck is on Wednesdays. So from, Colombia, pick your placa is, translation, pick your plate or pick your license plate. And every person that owns a car in Colombia has to park that car on certain days. Probably farm people don't, but us city people, you got to park it on certain days. Meaning for us, last year was Tuesday, this year is Wednesday. So if you're flying in, I can't pick you up from the airport on Wednesday because from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. we have to park the car. That's just the rules. Or we get this hefty ticket. And we see people get on the road and the police be waiting. As soon as they see you trying to, you snuck to work, you were good. And now you're trying to sneak back home in the car. Come on, pull over here. And they will tow your car and you got to pay the fine. So pick your placa is no joke. So just remember that, guys. Even from you guys that are coming down during the time period of the festival, remember, on Wednesday is the only day that I can't do airport runs. My man Darth in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He say, Andre, man, bros before 304s. Yep. Shout out to you. We got 120 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you because we already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
That's our goal. Establish this as a place of truth. Shout out to Blade Runner being in the building as well. Shout out to you, brother. Coach Dre and gentlemen. Thank you for the $4.99. And my man, hey, make sure you guys subscribe to my brother's channel. Speak Spanish Now. Great tips on speaking Espanol. Especially when he has certain episodes dedicated to flirting, to dating, things like that. So make sure you guys subscribe to his channel because he's got great information. He said, why are you giving the guys a free airplay? How is he uplifting black men. The language he's using is so unbecoming. Is what he have succumbed to. Let's rise above the self-proclaimed educators. I don't know what you got against Angry Man, but y'all gonna have to work that out with Jesus. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I like the message in which he was giving, how he's presented it with the language and everything. We let women cry about that stuff. Men talk like men. That's why I like that. We establishing this as a place of truth.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
That's the one thing that I can say about being a man. We don't have to sugarcoat stuff. And so I don't know what you and Angry Man got, but there's a lot of sentences that you put forth against Angry Man, and we going right back to finish listening to what Angry Man has to say. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat, but I don't know. Don't put me in the middle. Don't put our channel in the middle. Whatever your disagreement, I don't like Angry Man. There's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that don't like us. I'm gonna let you guys, YouTubers, shout out to the YouTubers. We're gonna have a YouTube moment for a split second. If you think that the larger your platform gets, that people are gonna like you more, you got a one hell of a awakening. Y'all want to be at 50,000? You gonna be hated, and I mean hated. You want to get to 100,000? You want to get one of them plaques? It's gonna be a lot of people that can't stand your ass. The higher and larger you get as a platform, somebody gonna always find a reason to talk to you like you Jesus. And we know they talk to Jesus real greasy. So don't think that, I don't think everybody likes Angry Man or agrees with his message. I don't think everybody agrees with my message. And I definitely know I've seen enough YouTube videos that said we don't like Andre and Andrea. That's cool with me. It's par for the course. If you want to be a public figure on YouTube, I promise you guys one thing: they coming for you. You gotta have some tough skin to just be like, it's all right, it's cool. So like I said, I don't know what's going on with you and Angry Man, but we about to hear right back to Angry Man right after I get done with the brothers. You still my family though. With the brothers. Shout out to my man Corey Alexander in the building. Shout out to you, brother. With the $5 cash app, as well as my man Neil in the building with the 2020. And my man Jay Moss with the $3. I appreciate you, brothers, man. I appreciate you, brothers, very much so. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm telling you. He said, I never said I don't like him. I don't like him. He said, if you can't get your point across without talking ignorant, that's his style. Angry Man's been talking like that with his 630,000 subscribers since 2014. The man's name says Angry Man. What is he supposed to be? Docile man? His title is Angry Man. Right over his head it says Angry Man. What is he supposed to be? Docile? What is he supposed to be? He's supposed to speak like a dove man? The dove man. Like he's supposed to speak like he's a scented candle man. Come on, man. We got to eat the meat. Spit out the bones, gentlemen. Eat the meat. Spit out the bones. Apply to you what will apply to you. Let's go back to Angry Man. Shout out to you, Theo, for being in here, man. I'll tell you all night long. Shout out to you. Yeah, he's speaking 100% facts. We might not like what a person named Angry Man has to say, but once you eat the meat and spit out the bones, separate the wheat from the tare, you kind of realize he's making a good point. Yeah, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Good point, Chad. He said Malcolm X, Martin Luther King didn't do that either. but I disregard Black History Month. That's another thing. I'm gonna let you guys know something. Love Crossing Borders is the wrong channel if you into Black History Month. I didn't say if you into Black history. Did I say that? If you into what's going on in the United States is Black History Month, I live in a totally different country. Ain't no Black History Month out here. I just study Black history. I do the same thing I was doing in the States. Get historical books. I study. I read them. I read documentaries, things like that. This ain't the channel that I give a day. No, dude, that's why I keep trying to let you guys know. There's some things that you're going to have to let go of once you leave the United States. Dude, I can't, don't y'all got some holidays coming up? I can't tell you what holidays y'all got coming up. Why? I don't live there. I love the United States. I care about the United States. But as far as my Black Power Umgawa, that shit is over. How do I talk about fighting for Black Power from 3,000 miles away? I'm trying to fuss at y'all about Black city council members from Cali, Colombia. Y'all looking at me like, what is this fool upset about? The Atlanta City District. What is Andre talking about? So at the end of the day, gentlemen, let's continue on. Speak Spanish now. You got to work that out among you and Jesus, bro.
It's like it's impossible. It's like it's impossible for motherfuckers to grow up. I really don't get it. Shout out to JT. He said early bird gets the worm. Yes, sir. Shout out to Lemaire. He said AM in the AM salute. Shout out to Jess Freeman Blackman. Let me put him up on the board for coming through to be a sponsor of the show. Coming through. He said for yesterday's topic.
Here we go, Jim. $100 boss up. Going down. Stack up and match up.
Shout out to Tony07. Appreciate you. Let's see. Shout out to Kish. Says, shout out to you, OG. This is Kish Yardy Nation Gaming in the chat. And I would want to get a signed soft cover copy of your book. Thank you for passing the flame of masculinity because it has inspired me to keep going. My email is okay. All right, I'm gonna email you right now. Email me back with your address.
Shout out to Fadi for the $5. He said, I just here to show love. I have no problem with angry man. Just keep on keeping on. Don't like it? Just move on. There are others out there. Yeah. If you don't like the channel, move on. Yeah. It's not that serious.
But I definitely appreciate you. What the hell? Why does it have a space in it? Here we go. I definitely appreciate you coming through, dropping that bread, brother. Send me your send me your address right away, and we could try to get that joint out today. Since we doing the show in the morning.
$50 boss up. Stack up and match up.
See, here's the reality, right? And this is a reality that most of the people in these spaces are not gonna like, right? But it's a reality nonetheless. Shout out to Digital Daz. He said, all love and respect. Yo, salute, bro. Real talk. Y'all might not know, Digital Daz been rocking with me since the beginning. All the way back to the League of Dad days. Salute to you, brother. Here's the reality. And I think this gets lost in the rhetoric, right? I think this gets lost in the rhetoric. The reality is, part of masculinity is providing for and protecting women. That's part of masculinity. The only catch is you're only supposed to be doing that for a woman that is worthy of that. That's the catch. That's the catch. But the reason why a lot of you dudes end up in this jaded space where you feel angry and upset is because you spent too many of your early years trying to give all of that to strags and hyenas. And then you wonder why they didn't give you what they're supposed to do. Because the same way you have duties, they have duties to you as well. So the problem is you tried to give all of that to women that wasn't worth it. And I know because I've done the same thing. The only difference between me and you is that regardless of how many times I've given that to a woman and she wasn't worthy of it, and she didn't give me in return what I expected or what she should have given me, it didn't change me, because I don't allow a woman's behavior to change who I am at my core. You feel me? If I open the door for 1,000 women and 1,000 women don't say thank you or act polite because I open that door, it doesn't mean I'm not going to open that door on the 1,001th time. I'm still going to do that shit. I'm still going to do that shit because I'm not going to allow a woman to dictate who I am. If I open the door for a woman and she is so entitled that she believes that she don't got to say thank you or be polite to me, then how I process that is, oh, I'm not opening these doors for women no more. No, how I'm gonna process that is that's a raggedy motherfucking human being right there. Because I've had guys hold the door open for me. I've held the door open for guys. It's common courtesy. And when a person walks through the door and they don't say I appreciate it or thank you or whatever, it's just a raggedy fucking human being. But you shouldn't let raggedy fucking human beings determine who the hell you are. And that goes all the way to the dating game. It's just like if you take a woman out on a date and you spend $100 freaking on dinner and, you know, she ghosts you or treats you like shit. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden now it's like, well, the hell with these hoes. I ain't taking no women out to dinner. You never know. That next woman that you were gonna take out to dinner, that might have been the woman that was worth a damn. That might have been the woman that decided to get with your program and be everything you wanted her to be. But see, we used to know that as men. We used to know that it's a numbers game. We used to know that we had to go through the fucked up shit and the chicks that wasn't worth a damn to find the one. We used to understand that. See, the reason why you don't operate that like that now, the reason why you go out here and you want the first woman you meet to be the one is because you niggas are raised by women and now you act like women. You want a guarantee. But what us men understand is in life, there are no fucking guarantees. You get what you fucking deserve. But you niggas want guarantees. You want every woman you meet to be the one. No. And I got news for you. You can look at the women, how they act today. Guess what? It's always been like that. It's always been like that. The same way the women are worse today, your tolerance is worse today. It's relative. It's relative. Because guess what? The shit that you would accept today, the men back in the day didn't accept. So guess what? A woman being unruly today looks different than a woman being unruly back in the day. The reason why you don't understand that is because you're comparing the unruliness of a woman back in the day to what you're willing to tolerate today. But to the man back then, she was unruly. It's always been the same. It's always been the same. A man has always had to work to find a woman worth his fucking time. It has always been that way. But you niggas don't see that because, like I said, you on that woe is me.
That's the end of Angry Man's commentary regarding how men are moving, not just in the States, but I say that it applies here. A lot of us quite often want the creature comforts, and that's why I'm so transparent. I'm not a special dude. My transparency is to let you dudes know I'm not some special guy with special power. When you guys meet me, you guys get a chance to see that I'm just regular Andre. And a lot of content creators such as Ace Live and Flyboy Way, we're just regular guys. Taylor Made Dreams, regular guys. And so when we see guys only go for the beautiful bottom feeders, and you get the results of beautiful bottom feeders, you can't blame all the women in Colombia because you never even gave the women up here a chance. So you can't say women in Colombia are dangerous, can you? You never even touch the women here, the women in the middle, the women at the you never gave none of these a chance. You just gave the beautiful bottom feeders a chance, and you blamed all of Colombia. If you're gonna be here in this country, you gotta realize, like he just said, men know it's a numbers game. When I went out to the club, and like you guys do, some of you guys believe in the law of ratio. You mathematicians, you. If I walk up to 10 women in this club at a certain time of the evening in this club, I'm most likely to walk out with a certain amount of phone numbers and maybe one or two of the ladies from this club. The mathematical law of ratio, of averages. Men always used to know that. He's right. We knew that if it was 15 women in there and we approached 14 of them, we automatically knew that there was going to be a certain amount that was going to reject us and a certain amount was going to say, I'm going to give you a chance. And the one that gave us a chance could have been 5, could have been just 1. But we had no problem with that. But then we get passports. And we think she's your queen to be is supposed to be the first woman or second woman off the plane. And when it doesn't happen, we go back to the States with our mouth poked out and we mad because forget Cologne, I'm going to Brazil. Where's Richie Mack? I'm zooming to Thailand with Richie. I don't like Colombia no more. They don't play right. Why? Because the first two females that you got the plane with, first of all, they were bottom feeders. Of course, they were very beautiful. This is South America. But because you didn't get the responses or you didn't get the fairness, because a lot of guys do this also. First thing that he said was that's going to cause you guys to have to fatally wound yourself is that you guys expected to not use the law of ratio anymore. You expect that the first one, two, or maybe the third woman that you meet in Colombia getting off the plane, that's supposed to be the one. I keep trying to tell you guys, stop thinking about the women when you get off the plane. They're here. Beauty ain't going out nowhere in South. That's one thing I can say about South America. Beauty is never leaving this mother. It's going to be 1,000 years from now, and it's still going to always be beautiful women in South America. That is a given. It is too much of it around here for it to go extinct. So stop acting like if you don't get off the plane in time, all the beauty gonna run out like it's going down a drain or something. The law of ratio. Second law that you guys get off the plane and forget about that you used to use, but that you never used, but now you use now. You expect Colombian women to be fair. You expect the first couple to be the just one, the first couple ladies, but you also expect Colombian women to treat you fair. They're not supposed to drug me. Why not? They're not supposed to rob me. Why not? They're not supposed to delete me. Why not? If you dealt with the hood of the hood, brokest of the brokest chicks in the States, and she robbed you or steal something out your wallet, ain't nobody surprised. If you deal with the broke of the brokest chick in the States and she hustled you, ain't nobody surprised. Then why do y'all act so surprised when y'all come to Colombia and you deal with beautiful bottom feeders, or when you go to Zoom to Thailand and instead of getting with decent Thai women, you get with beautiful bottom feeders? Well, when you go to Africa, the motherland, you go to Africa. Right? And you think you ain't supposed to get scammed. It's supposed to be fair. If I'm sending her this money, she's supposed to stop hoeing. That's fair. Fair robbery. Fair exchange has never been a robbery. If I said she promised me that she would spend this money on blah, 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 but it's not fair. She's still sleeping with her Colombian boyfriends, plural. It's not fair. Who the hell told you you're supposed to go to somebody else's country and look for fair? You couldn't find fair in your own country. And then you want to put all that pressure on other countries that it's supposed to be fair? Man, finding the women that some of us have found wasn't fair. We had to go through the same bullshit of women that you went through. There's no fairness in this. Be a man. You want to be in it. That's why I always say Colombia ain't for everybody. Some of y'all brothers need to keep your happy ass right in the States, right where you are. This ain't for you. This passport thing, you need to take your passport, put it right in your Jordan shoebox. Until you realize no matter where you go in the world, It ain't gonna be fair. I went to Europe. Them females out there hustling dudes for way more money than the women in the States. You think women in the States talking about buy me this, give me that. Go ahead, go to Paris. Go on to UK real quick. I'm talking about they expecting the dudes to buy the best of the best of the best. Anytime you in a country or countries where a BMW, I'm talking about the top series BMWs are nothing but taxi cabs. She looking at you like, you buy me a BMW. You gonna have me get me better than the BMW. That's Europe. I saw grandmothers with BMWs. Every other car was a Beamer, Mercedes, Audi. Every other damn car. And Fiat. There was nothing special. Like we be in the States, I got me a Benz, baby. You can't tell me, no. Dude, I swear, the whole time me and Andrea there, we thinking we presidential than a month. We riding around in some of the most expensive Mercedes Benzes and BMWs, Jags and Audis, and just a regular ass Uber. They just a regular taxi, just a regular Uber. What am I saying? What women, and you think it ain't fair in the States, in European countries, they coming for the women coming for your pockets for real, for real. It ain't fair. You will never find a country where it's gonna be fair for you. If you guys think you getting off the plane, the women are traditional and they're gonna be fair. Negro, please. You don't know South America. If you think these women gonna be fair and honest and upstanding citizens for you, no. That's why men are hunters. It takes patience, it takes stealth, it takes focus, it takes skill to be a hunter to find the right one. And all we know we've all know throughout the animal kingdom. Lions, what is it, 20%? Of their hunts that they actually catch a prey. Most predators don't catch the prey in a high percentile. And so it is with you. You are not going to find the right one in the first 3 people that you meet in a whole damn country. You just got off the plane 15 minutes ago, and you actually think that hoe that you sit on my fault for calling her a hoe, that whore that you love so much in Colombia, in Thailand, in Singapore, in Kuwait, in Cambodia, in South Korea, in Vietnam, in Africa. You think your little Ethiopian queen, the first person you met getting off the plane, she the one, Dre. What? When? What? Okay. Was the first piece of pussy you got in the state, was she the one? What about your first girlfriend? Maybe she wasn't the first one you had sex with, but your first little cute girlfriend. Was she the one? No. So the person that you had pussy with the first time, she wasn't the one, was she? Mm-hmm. Your first girlfriend wasn't the one. What about your first little female that you was creeping with? So your first side chick that you ever had, she wasn't the one? She wasn't the one. No. You ain't like Steve Harvey, leaving your wife for the side chicks, so you ain't do that? Okay. Well, if your first side chick in the States wasn't the one, your first intimacy partner in the States wasn't the one, your first little cute girlfriend in the States wasn't the one, the first chick you had a crush on in the States was the one, who the fuck are you to come to another country and put that pressure on all the other women around the world that the first or second woman that you meet, she's supposed to be the one, like she Jet Li, the one. What audacity we have as men from the United States and from Europe and from Canada. If I were to ask us to let one thing go, realize you got to go back to the law of ratio. You're going to have to deal with a certain amount of women to find the one, or the one. Some of you guys want more than one woman, the ones that you deserve. The ones you deserve. Secondly, the journey of looking for a good woman in any country ain't gonna be fair. I'll say it again. It ain't fair. Dre, man, I thought she liked me. And? Man, she gave off those vibes of, she the one. And? Man, I really liked her. And? Be a man. There's nothing, that's the beauty of manhood, of being a true man. You know life will never have a day of fairness. Life is fair to women, children, and old people. Life ain't us. It ain't gonna never be fair until we become old people. Until we get to that stage of, you old people, Andre, life ain't none of this gonna be fair. None of this. None of what you do as a man will be fair. Don't ever think that you get a fair break, a fair. Everything you get. What's my point? Back to the topic of tonight. You are going to have self-inflicted success. You're going to have to live on purpose with your purpose. What's your purpose? I want to relocate to Colombian. I want to have a life of peace. I want to enjoy cost of living. I want to meet somebody or somebodies. I don't have to get married. I just need to find somebody that's on my team. The whole time you're doing that, you're going to have to do that on purpose. It's not going to fall in your lap. It's not going to be fair. You're going to have to go through the law of ratio, of numbers. If I meet so many Colombian women, or I meet so many Thai women, shout out to Richie being in here, by the way. So many Cambodian women, so many Ethiopian women. If I meet so many, that means that I have a chance to meet the one or ones. But life ain't never fair for a man. You can let go. That right there, we all could write an autobiography. Every man in here, all 104 people in here could write an autobiography based on the fact of all the unfair shit that ever happened to you in your life. It ain't never been fair. All that you've accomplished, you always had to go like this and wipe the sweat off. You got a house, you had to work for it. You got savings, you had to work for it. You're a good dad to your kids. It is a journey trying to raise them when they're babies, and then you got to deal with them crazy teenage years. It ain't fair. It ain't gonna never be fair. I don't know why men think that you can get off a plane in another country and expect this to be fair. It's not gonna happen, brothers. Ever. Nobody has ever gotten off the plane and the first female that walked up in their face, you're the one. And if it's happening, it's so rare that nobody takes notice. Let me make sure that I hit all the super chats. Looks like I did. Shout out to all you gentlemen that have been here and ladies that were here this evening. Shout out to my man Richie. I'm about to get some rest, guys, because once again, I hope to see you guys tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm being nosy. I'm being nosy, dipping in somebody's conversation. But see you guys tomorrow morning at 10:30. Coffee in hand. And we're going to have an interview with our boy Anton Daniels. Good man. Once again, my name is Andre of Andre and Andreas. Love Crossing Borders. You guys have a great night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Talk to you later. Oh, my man, Tiger Blood in here. Shout out to you, brother.